All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the American Pro 3 second session, our main card session on our drug tested day. We have two flights going on here. It's going to be a great time. Session 1 ran very, very well, and we are now here for session 2.
We're leading it off with Molly Hendricks.
Molly Hendricks from Oregon, out by me, trains out of Ironside Gym, coached by Patrick Thomas.
I tell you, man, the production on this meet's been awesome.
Absolutely, this is great. I love all the jumbotrons. It's really cool when they come out and their name flashes on the screen and everything.
I mean, as a lifter, if you can't thrive in this kind of environment, I don't think you need to be lifting.
Right? Exactly.
It's pretty awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
So like Molly's opening at what, 150 kilos?
Yep. Molly is a spectacular deadlifter, so that's where she's going to get a lot of that total from. She's got a big opening deadlift. So she's just going to try and work on building that subtotal up. And then really, don't be surprised if she tries to load whatever she needs to pull for the win in the end.
Yeah, like her biggest deadlift has been, what, 429? That's
Yep.
an equipped lift?
Yep, and I've watched her pull 440
Okay, wow.
in the gym. So she's very capable of it. She's actually, I think this is her third meet this year.
Oh, okay.
She did a Mayhem meet, Joey Shepard and Megan Myers. They did in May, and then she did my meet that I just ran in July.
Okay.
So she's this is the third meet of the year if she hadn't done one before that. So
I think also shout out David and his crew, spotters and lifters. I'm sorry, spotters and loaders today. They've been doing a great job. I've been watching them since I've been here today. Always a great crew.
yep, a lot of good catches out there. They're always bringing the energy. It makes the MC's job really easy because they're yelling at that lifter the entire time, getting them hyped up. So the MC just has to really entertain the crowd.
You did a great job, by the way.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I like doing it. I like talking. It's very natural. It's very easy. It's a fun job. If I could just sit here and MC and do commentary for the rest of powerlifting career, that'd be amazing. But we do a lot more than that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David
There you
Garcia.
go, kicking it off. Well tested day 1, session 2.
Yeah. Lift and cast pulled up on my phone, so that way we keep track of everything.
Yeah, if you want to follow along, you can definitely go to the American Pro website. You put a lifting cash, you see the roster and what their opening lifts are, and kind of keep track of everyone's lifts so far.
Yep. Molly is competing for best overall female lifter in the 60 kilo class, as well as I'm very certain she registered for masters as well to try and get some records.
Getting her sleeves together there.
Yep. Oh, and they got for the main card, they got the pictures popping up and everything.
Oh, awesome. I
Love
like that.
She always showed up really dolled up. She's got the pink hair, the bow tie. She's got, you can't really see it very well on the live stream, but she's got some glitter on her face. She has a lot of fun. She loves to compete. The meet is a very fun experience for her.
As it should be.
Yep.
Solid on rack, solid walk back. Yeah.
Oh,
Come on.
oh boy.
Could be some jitters.
Let's see. Oh, we got probably a little bit of downward motion on that. That's
Yeah.
okay.
It could be little jitters.
Yeah, little
Sometimes
jitters.
these bigger meets and sometimes make you a little nervous at first lift. I'm pretty sure she'll come back and get that
Hey,
one,
I jinxed myself at the last meet. I said, hey, I never miss on depth, and then my opening attempt, I missed on depth. So it happens to the best of us. It happens. It's okay.
though. Christina Ryan up next. She's opening at 167.5 kilos.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I tell you, my first national meet, I bombed out. That wasn't fun at all, so I know what it feels like. But the graphics are awesome there on the back of the screen.
Oh, yeah. Christina Ryan, best total is 1,025.
Getting dialed in here.
She also seems like a pretty spectacular deadlifter. 424 best competition deadlift. But she's got a pretty killer squat. Best squat in a meet, 385. She's opening up pretty close to that number, so hopefully we get to see a PR out of her today.
Got a chance to speak to her a moment ago, right before warming up. She said she's a little nervous. I don't see any nerves there, though.
There we go. 3 white lights. No nerves there. Jitters out of the way. We're in the meet. It's all good. It's very fun if you've ever been to a powerlifting meet. When you go into the warm-up room, everybody's real quiet. Everybody's real shy.
Sizing everyone up.
They're focusing and everything, and then as soon as squats are over, all the energy dies down.
Exactly.
And everybody's just like, oh, we're good now. We're good.
Yeah, get the first squat under the belt, man. It's usually kind of sets the tone for the day.
Yep.
Up next, we have Olivia Crusoe. That's how you say her last name. Opening at 172.5 kilos. She looks pretty dialed in here. Camera angles are awesome.
Oh, yeah. Got that picture in the back. David ready to go.
It's really hard to get the intensity to transition to the video. If you're not here, sometimes it's hard to understand how much intensity is going on the platform. Just settle here. Good breath.
Little shaky.
A little shaky.
Let's check that depth
Check
on
the
there.
depth on there. See what we're looking like. Okay.
Looks good. 3 white lights, so she's in the meet. She's ready to go. That first squat's always is tough for some people. It's okay.
Yeah. But we'll have Shariah Johnson up next. Opening at 182.5 kilos.
Yep. Let's see, best total for Shariah, 1168.4. That's a big total. She's got a big squat and a big deadlift. She's pulled 479. She also lifts out of Ironside Gym, one of Molly's training partners. Very strong lady. Love watching her lift.
Strong unrack there. Let's see. Following the walkout.
There we go.
Easy
Close
work.
stance squat.
Easy work. There you go.
Good. And Pete, we were using a monolift for this meet. People have the option to be able to walk out or not walk out. You can either stand up in place and squat, or you can do a walkout if you so choose.
Yeah. I always chose a walkout when I was competing. It gave me a chance to kind of get myself settled. But I've known guys who do it both ways. Some guys who do it better with just standing up.
I'm a wimp. I'd rather just not walk out, but we do what we got to do when we compete. It's all good.
Tell you a funny story. I was preparing for a meet one day. It was my first monolift meet, and my coach was trying to convince me to just stand up, and I just couldn't get it down. And the freaking bar would slip off my back every time for whatever reason.
Boy.
I don't know why. We have Ryan Pierce up next,
Ryan Pierce,
opening at 215 kilos.
wrap lifter. He's got a 529-pound squat. Best deadlift, 523.
I like the intensity.
The last meeting he did was WRTF Drug Tested Fighter Quick Classic. Been competing since 2021.
Okay.
So he's still new. That's okay.
Gather yourself. There you go. First wrap lifter I've seen today.
All right. Looks solid. See the depth on that. 2 to 1. That's a good lift. We do have a jury system at this meet that was tested out at Nationals just a couple weeks ago. The way that works is every coach and / lifter, they have one challenge apiece. If there is a 2 to 1 call going either way, they can go up to the jury table and challenge it. They can either challenge to get their own lift overturned, or they can challenge somebody else's lift to get it overturned. But the way the challenge works is you only have one. You can use it a max of 3 times, but you have to be successful on the challenge. And the jury's decision needs to be unanimous. You cannot challenge a 3 white lift or a 3 red lift. It has to be a 2 to 1 in some way.
Bree,
Smooth opener for Bree.
220 kilos.
Yep, she's a massive squatter. Her best squat is 496. We might see a 500-pound squat out of her today if she is having a great day.
That would be awesome, man.
Yep. All right, we got Michael up next.
Michael Middleton here with 245 kilo opener. Squats.
Micah Middleton, best squat 573, best deadlift 666. Good number. Best total 1660. I think he's trying to go for that magical 1700 number today if he has a good day. Made quite an improvement since his first meet in 2019. He's added almost 300 pounds to his total since then. Another wrapped lifter. Wrap lifting is always kind of interesting because we had that in the first session this morning. We had one wrap lifter, and his opener was real slow, but then he came out for a second and it flew up. A lot of times you'll see that when they are cranking that wrap tighter because they're just trying to save their knees and save their legs and really crank on it when they need to.
Mookie Simon up next. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I skipped over. Chad Harrison up next.
Chad Harrison, 510 dots, 90 kilo lifter.
His biggest squat was 622.
Yep. He's got a 688.9 deadlift. He is 1736 total. Last meet, WRPF, Doug Tested Fighter Quick Classic. He might be trying to pull that magic 700 today. He's got a really good bench for a 90 kilo lifter,
Yeah, that's
446.
a damn nice bench. Yeah.
So he's kind of well rounded all around. If you can get that mid-6 squat, that mid-4 bench, and then a 700-pound deadlift, we're looking at a really big total from him today.
Another thing about your bench, squat can take so much out of your bench sometimes, so it's usually hard to put it together. But if a guy can put it together just right,
yep,
it's a nice day for you. Micaiah Branch up. Did I say that right?
Yep, Micaiah Branch, 639 pounds is his best squat, 672 pounds best deadlift.
Opening at 270 today, 270
Oh, look at the
kilos.
mustache.
I love it.
That's great. Does that connect all the way, too?
It does,
oh,
man.
That's fantastic.
I love when people bring character to the platform.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Bring their own personality. Make it fun.
Meat can be whatever you want to make out of it and make it fun for yourself, I'm dressed up right now. I got zebra pants on, American flag shirt. I want to, I'm here to have fun.
I was digging the Crocs earlier, too, man. The glitter
Crocs.
Crocs.
Oh, yeah, glitter Crocs. Those are a tradition. Oh, interesting setup there. Super wide squatter.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-to-1. So that's the kind of the danger of that super wide squat is it's really hard to see how far the hips get down because of how wide it is out.
The side judges.
Yeah, they don't break just the same. It's usually a technique used for equip lifting, squatting that wide, especially that low of body weight. But I've seen it work. We had a guy earlier in the session 1, Abi, who squatted very similar to that. He had a great day. So it's all about execution.
Yeah, Mookie Simon up next. Opening at 275 kilos. His best squat is 634.
Yep. Been competing for about 4 years now. He's put a monster amount onto his total. His first total was 1146, and now his best total is 1673. So he's put on over 500 pounds on his total in that 4 years. See if he can add to it and get to that 1700 today.
Good strong opener there.
Yep, 606. That's a good squat. That puts him in range to be able to PR today.
It's great to see the young lifters. I say young lifters, I mean the guys who've been lifting for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
I love to see it. The sport's just growing so much, and productions like this make the sport so much more exciting, too.
Yep. All right, Molly Hendricks, we're moving on into second attempts. Molly needs to get this squat to stay in the meet. She got a 2-to-1 on depth on her last squat, so she needs to get it down there a little bit. She might have just mistimed her warm-up or something like that. Sometimes you warm up a little too early. I've done that too. So that's why sometimes it's good to keep that squat opener a little bit low just in case things like that happen. There we go. Come on, Molly.
I think she'll be fine.
Oh, she's a pretty stoic lifter.
She had plenty in the tank for the first one, so I'm pretty sure she'll get it here.
Yep.
Big air.
All right, let's see what the judges say.
Let's see what the
That was
depth-
better. That was
yeah.
smoother. What do we got? Let me see some lights. That's a good lift. All
Okay,
right,
good
Molly's in the meat. That was a lot smoother.
Up next we have Christina Ryan back up.
Yep.
Next attempt, 175 kilos for her.
Got those tight Pioneer sleeves
I
on.
know.
Yeah, see, need some help walking down the steps. Those are so tight.
I've heard good things about those though.
Yeah, I haven't used the Pioneer ones though. I've heard great things. I have a couple buddies that use them. I use the A7 ones. But I've heard that they're very, very stiff. Tightest ones I ever wore were the Ghost ones, and those were almost too tight for me personally.
Yeah.
But they are phenomenal sleeves.
I was a wrap lifter when I competed, but I would train in sleeves sometimes. And I did train in the Ghost one time, and I agree with you. They were pretty darn tight.
All right, let's see it.
Ooh,
man.
Not quite. 175 kilo fail there for her, but she could probably come back and get it.
Yep, that would have tied her best squat right there, so that is pushing right up to that maximum for her.
Next have we Olivia Crusoe. She's gonna come back.
Oh, this is already a PR for her on the platform. Her best squat is 407. She's got 424 loaded up on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So if she gets this, that's a big PR
Big
for
jump.
her. And this is just her second attempt too.
She was pretty focused, man.
Yep.
It's a great thing about being a lifter. You go through your prep. You know, I don't know how long people's prep is. Some people 8-week prep, sometimes 12, maybe even 16. I've seen. And you have these numbers. You have them eye that you really want to hit, and
Yeah, we all come into numbers that we want, but sometimes you start warming up and things just don't go right, and you need to be okay with that. You need to be able to take what's there on the day. All right, looks smooth. A little shaky though. Let's check the depth on that. 3 white lights, good lift.
Good lift. There we go.
Just so you guys know, when we are watching this, we have a front view, same as you guys on the live stream. So when we say depth, we're seeing it the same as you. So we're waiting for those lights just like you are.
It's hard to call depth from the front too. So.
Yep. All right,
Shariah Johnson, 192.5 kilos.
This is right up there close with her best squat. National record attempt. Yep, this is just barely below her best squat. Last one looked good. There we go.
Easy work.
All right, let's see. Should be depth. Yep.
Good
3
job.
white lights. All right, so she's just got a national record. She's got to go get her gear checked.
It's wet on the bar for Shariah, man. I think she
Yep.
definitely has some more in the tank.
Yep. If she loads, her PR is 429. If she loads 435 at least. But she does have the opportunity to be able to chip a record since she did just break a national record. So if she wanted to chip it just to get a little PR out of that, she absolutely could.
Yep. Got Ryan Pierce on the board. It's on the platform. 225 kilos.
It's about 33 pounds under his PR right now. Sometimes it takes these wrap lifters a little bit. Come on, Pierce. As always, we do want to thank our sponsors. We have Pioneer, we have A1 Digital, we have Cerberus, 8 Man Strong, Spudding Straps, Marine Corps. We have a professional dog training local here out in Virginia. They're just down the road. They actually trained our meat director's dog, Anna. I talked to them earlier, and they have 2 beautiful puppies sitting over there by their desk. All right, come on, Ryan. Just got to settle a little bit. Yeah, walking out in wraps is a little tough. I know maybe he didn't have the opportunity to train with the monolift. Much better from him.
Once he got settled, he was good. Let's see what the
2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Good
There you
lift.
go.
Yep.
There you go, Ryan. Yeah, lifting in wraps is definitely an art. You have to learn how to use the wraps to your advantage.
All right, next up we got Bree Levi.
235 kilos for Bree. I
Yeah.
love the walkout. Coming down the stairs, man. It's pretty awesome.
Yep. Oh, it's a great scene. It's very easy to get yourself motivated when this is the kind of atmosphere that you have around yourself. Yeah, there's the smoke.
I love it.
Just so you guys know, when the if the MC doesn't call out a record, when the smoke goes off, that is usually indicating that this is going to be some type of state or national record.
Nice, solid walkout.
Big squat for her. This is a PR for her right here.
Plenty of depth, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
That-
yeah. That is a big PR for her. Her best squat was 496. See what the judges say. It looked good on our end.
It sure did. There we go. Good lift.
Yep, 2 to 1. Good lift. That is I think that was a national record right there.
I love to see when they walk their squats out, when they minimize the amount of steps.
Yep.
Usually whenever lifters step out and they take too many steps to get settled, what you have to understand is every time you take a step, it just takes a little bit more out of your body. So if you can minimize those steps, and I mean, she had 3 good solid steps, and she's right in place and ready to go.
Well, especially with the monolift, it's a lot easier to walk out, especially because when they hit that arm, the hooks will fall away from you. So you can all you really got to do is take 1 step back on each foot, and you'll be good.
Exactly.
All right, we got Michael Middleton, 567 pounds on the bar. This is just a touch below his PR. Oh, we just saw this guy. Just walked right by us. Need to use the bathroom. So I hope he gets it now. Let's go, Michael.
Another wrap lifter here.
If he can get this is going to put him in range for a good meat PR.
Nice dig in. There's 3 steps, and he's settled. Let's see what it looks like, Michael.
All right. Looks good to me. Let's see what the judges say.
There we go.
That's
3
a good
white.
lift. All right, so he's got an opportunity to load up a nice meat PR for himself. Let's see what he's going to do. You never know with these wrap lifters. I've seen guys struggle with a lift, and then they take a ridiculous 10 to 20 kilo jump on the last one, and then they smoke it. It just can happen. You never know.
Well, no, a lot of people don't take into account when it comes to getting stronger. Yeah, you have to train your muscles, obviously, but the skeletal system and your central nervous system play a big part in it too.
Absolutely.
Chad Harrison up here with a 265 kilo second attempt.
Lifting with that fighter quit singlet on.
I'm pretty sure Dave is pretty exhausted that they never meet. I think he works just as hard as the lifters do.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Chad opted not to walk out. Plenty of depth.
Come on, Chad.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Nice. Nice. If there's any question there.
That's a good lift. We have a great judging panel here today. All these guys are level 2 national referees, so they are holding up the standard. All right, next up we have Micah Branch. This is just a touch under his PR.
Yeah, he missed his first attempt, but I think it was just a matter of depth. He felt pretty comfortable with making a jump to 285 kilos from 270. So
let's see, he rolled up his singlet a little bit so they can see his hip crease a little bit better. All right, let's see this. All right, super wide again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's muscling it up. It looked a little deeper, but
Little
it's
of a
hard to
grinder.
tell.
It's really hard to
It's
tell.
real hard to tell. See if this pays off. Jumping out. 2-1. No lift again.
Yeah. I tell you, man, when you go to that wide stance, you have to be prepared for that. I mean, it's like you said, it's hard to tell from a side judge, and you have to really sink it if you're going to convince them that you're down there.
Yep, and this is where taking that gamble could pay off or not, because he did take a jump, and now he has to go for that heavier squat again in order to try and stay into the meet.
Mookie coming up with a 287.5 kilo squat for his second attempt. His first attempt was pretty much a smoke show, so I doubt he'll have any issue here. At least we hope not. A little bit of a jump.
What we got here? 630. This is, I think, tying his PR right here.
Nice and control on the descend.
There you go. He's good for more.
Yeah, put some more weight on the
Load
bar.
that PR, man. You got about 650 in you if you're feeling good. Yeah. Rock solid. That's how, it's about how a second attempt should look. Not quite grindy, but not fast, just smooth. All right, Molly loading up 347. This is a touch above her PR, her meet PR. Her meet PR is 341. She's just trying to build that subtotal right now so she can load whatever she needs to load. Been competing for a good while now. First meet in 2016. So she has about 8 years under her of competing.
I'll tell you, man, compete for a long time. Longevity in this sport says a lot for the athlete, how well they take care of their bodies, how well they can deal with adversity.
Absolutely. She's a very motivating individual to be around. She's always got a smile on her face, always yelling for everybody. Very infectious energy. Got David Garcia dancing over there. Molly. This is her favorite song. All right, let's see what judges say.
Judges say
3 white lights. That's a PR for Molly. I'm very happy to see that. I got to come out there and give you a hug when I can, Molly. I'm very proud of you for that. I know how hard this prep was for you. That's a good start. And that's what it's all about. She hung in there. She missed her opener, and then she just stayed calm, cool, and collected. She came back, got that second attempt, and then she actually ended up with a PR. And even though it's a small PR, you don't know how long people have been working for those PRs.
Just to put even 5 pounds onto a PR sometimes can take months, if not a year. So, I mean, it's not as easy as you think. Once you get to the point where you're really maxing your body out to be as strong as it could possibly be.
Especially for somebody who's been competing that long.
Oh, yeah.
8 years, that's a long time in this sport. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body. And especially because I know she didn't start as young as a lot of people do. She started, I think, well into her 20s.
Christina Ryan.
This is going to equal her PR if she can manage it. She just needs to stay in that pocket. Go, go, go. Oh, come on, grind.
Yeah, that's a
grinder.
grinder.
She got out of the hole. Let's see if she got it. 2-1.
2-1. There you go.
All right, so she tied her PR right there. That's a good lift.
Olivia's up next, 185.5 kilo for her third attempt. She's had 2 pretty solid squats so far. So
looks like for the main card, they're giving the lifters on their third attempts the opportunity to come out to whatever song they want, which is a nice little touch.
Oh man,
kind of helps hype yourself up. You got to pick a song though that kind of hits right when you need it to. Though you only get a minute, so maybe at the most you're going to get a minute and a half of that song. So if it takes too long to get to that part that you want, you might want to pick a different one.
Yeah. And most lifters, I mean, during prep, most lifters have a hype song. So to be able to choose your hype song at the competition is really awesome. A lot of A lot of meets don't allow you to do that, man. You're right. That is a really nice touch.
We did that at my last meet, and it was a lot of people really appreciated it. It helps people feel a little bit, more like a professional athlete. They get that hype song coming out and everything. It's really cool for them. It doesn't take very much to be able to do that for people. So if you can and you can make it work, it's something that especially local level lifters are really going to
Oh,
appreciate.
yeah.
That was a good lift for Olivia, I think, there.
I think she missed it. She
Oh, did she
just had
miss
2
that?
reds on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A little high on depth.
All right.
So what's your hype song?
Oh, let's see. Hype song. What I used at the last meet that I got to pick, I picked Kool-Aid by Bring Me the Horizon. That was just one that came right off to my head.
Okay.
That's one that hits real quick. But if I have to pick all time, it's My Way by Limp Bizkit.
Okay. Nice.
All right, we got Shariah coming out here.
Shariah, 200 kilo for her 3rd attempt.
This is a big PR for her. Best squat is 429 to meet. This is a big PR national record here. If she can get this.
Looks solid right now. The walkout was
She's a strong girl.
real strong.
Oh, let's see what the depth is on that. Good.
Good lift.
That's a national record right there for Shariah. 200 kilos. Going over there to hug Coach Patrick Thomas. Having a good meet so far. Starting off right, 3 for 3 on squat. Carries a lot of momentum into the rest of the meet.
Ryan Pierce up next with 235 kilos for his 3rd attempt.
All right, and with those wrap lifters, you're going to really see that there's a lot of timing that involved. Sometimes people are wrapping themselves. Sometimes they got a wrap guy for them. It takes a lot of energy to wrap. I know some of the big boys tomorrow brought their own wrap guy with them specifically just for that. It is a very important job, and it is a very underappreciated job. It's, make or break depending on how good you can get that wrap. So you need somebody to be able to get that wrap good for you.
Proper wrap technique has a lot to do with it as well.
All right,
35 kilos, Ryan. Come on, buddy.
Go, buddy. Okay, hey. Got to make sure you listen to those judges, though, because you're not allowed to adjust any of your lifting kit while you are on the platform. So I hope that doesn't bite them.
Timed out.
He timed out. Took too long.
Timed out. Wow.
Yep. And see, this is where part of that comes into it. You got to do things on time.
Yeah. You only have 1 minute once they say the platform is ready.
See, he's got a good attitude about it. He's disappointed, but it is what it is. It's part of the rules. Everybody has to compete that way. That's what I was saying with having the wrapper and everything. In my experience, when I've been handling wrap lifters, depending on how heavy that squat is, we usually start wrapping 2 people out or 1 person out, depending on who's before him.
And you're right. It's definitely a sweet spot because as far as the timing on the wrap, because if a guy's wrapped too long, then your legs can start to go numb. So you have to time it just right.
Yep. We don't see a lot of wrap lifting anymore. That kind of started to come around during the Raw evolution early in the 2010s. A lot of people have started to move towards sleeves. That's what's been a lot of popular. But some people are keeping the wrap alive. It's still nice to see a big wrap squat, though.
242.5 kilos.
A big squat.
Can
she grinded.
it
Oh,
out?
my gosh.
The grinder.
That is a big PR for her if she gets it. 2 to 1. That's a good lift.
Good lift.
That is a massive PR for her.
I tell you, going 3 for 3 on your squat gives you a lot more, I guess, confidence going into the rest of the meet sometimes as well. Anytime you miss a lift, because sometimes, depending on how mentally prepared you are, it might affect you. So,
and make sure you're paying attention on lifting casts, because remember, any lift that is a 2 to 1, they can challenge the lift. So if another coach, if things are really tight, really close and competitive, which I'm sure this main card is gonna, and you see that 2 to 1, you can throw that out there, and if the jury is unanimous on if that lift should not have counted, that lift will get overturned, and then you have another challenge later. So that just adds a little bit of gamesmanship and a little bit more to the competition.
Michael Middleton up now for 265 kilo, 3rd attempt.
All right, come on, Michael.
He's looked real good so far today.
See if you crank that wrap harder. He's got about 45 seconds. So see, he timed that a lot better.
Yeah. There's plenty of time.
Gave himself plenty of time. It's a tricky game with the wraps because if you wrap too early, you're going to cut off circulation. You're not going to be able to feel anything. And per the rules, lifters are only allowed to adjust their belt while they are on the platform. If they need to adjust anything else, such as their sleeves, shoe, wrist wraps, anything like that, they do need to move off the platform.
Big air. Looks good.
Oh, see, just couldn't get out of that hole. Couldn't get that spring. That's okay, though. He's all right. We got a good spotting loading crew, and they did a good job catching him.
Oftentimes with the wraps too, you know, you see a lot of guys which have a slow descend. You're looking for that sweet spot to kind of spring out of the hole and let the wraps do their job.
Yep. There's kind of two different ways you can use wraps. There's two different styles. You have those kind of loose, springy ones that you can really use to kind of spring out of the hole, or you can get the very, very stiff wraps where you see a lot of guys there. You can hear their coach yelling, and they go 3, 2, 1, and then up, where it's more of a timing thing.
Yeah. Chad Harrison here, 272.5 kilos for his third attempt. He's been really solid so far.
All right, Chad, come on.
Very technically sound on all of his lifts so far.
Squat might be down a little bit, seemingly. I don't think he's at his best on squat, but he still seems to be rock solid right now. This is a touch below his best squat. See, he's using that mono. Wide squatter, come on. See, just barely couldn't get out of there.
Plenty of depth, though.
And you see these lifters, they're staying with the bar and they're not dumping it. It is a rule that we all try to respect as we're trying to keep our spotter loaders and our lifters safe, that if you dump the bar off of your back for any reason, you are DQ'd from the meet. There are sometimes certain exceptions. You know, accidents can happen. There's weird cases and weird scenarios that we've all seen before, but if you do not stay with the bar, if you let it just fall off your back or roll off of you, you are going to miss that lift. You are going to be DQ'd from the meet. It's just a respecting. We're trying to keep the lifters safe. We're trying to keep the equipment undamaged, and we're trying to, most importantly, keep our spotting and loading staff safe, because they are keeping the lifters safe all day long, and they are working very, very hard at that.
We're playing with a lot of weight, so you're exactly right. We have Michael up again. I'm sorry, Micah up again now, trying to stay alive in the meet.
Come on, Micah. We need this lift. We need this lift to stay in the meet.
And if you're not familiar with the rules, you know, if you miss all 3 of your spot attempts, then you're technically DQ'd from the meet. Can't go any further, so we need him to hit this third attempt here.
Really got to get down there. Nope. Nope. And unfortunately, that is going to be our bomb out for the main card.
Hate to see that happen.
You still can lift, though. They will still allow you to continue to bench and deadlift. The total will not count. It will not go up on open powerlifting or in the record books or anything like that, because you have to complete the total. But if you're here, you might as well. Unless something catastrophic happens and you get hurt, I respect the hell out of anybody that decides to continue to go, even if they bomb out.
Mookie here, 297.5 kilos.
I think this is a PR for him. He loaded that 655. This is a big squat for him. This will be a big PR.
Dig that bar into his traps. Find that sweet
Using
spot.
that mono.
Looks good so far.
Go.
He has it. He has it.
Let's see what the judges say on depth. 2-1.
2-1. There you go, Mookie.
That's a good lift. That's a
Like
nice
it,
PR for him. So he's set up really well to get a PR total today, as he just added 10 kilos to his best squat. All right, we're going to be tearing down here, and we're going to get into our second flight. We have 2 flights in this session. This is going to be our second flight of the main card. Oh, yeah, see, he's over there on the side. He's getting his gear checked. So when you do hit a state record or a national record, you do have to go over and get your gear checked. Believe it or not, people do try to cheat.
Yeah.
There has been instances where I have seen, and it's pretty easy to spot when people are doing this, but I have seen videos before of somebody being told to roll their knee sleeves down, and they had wraps underneath.
Yeah, I remember the kid I think he was from Europe, I think. The video went viral. He was doing that. He had sleeves on and had a set of knee wraps underneath it.
I haven't ever seen it in person. The craziest one I saw was a a guy that was competing at an Equipped World, or not Equipped, a Masters World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a singlet underneath their, or they had a slingshot underneath their shirt and singlet.
Oh, jeez.
And another team caught him, and he ran off to try and throw it away. But he would like run out there and be really sneaky.
Kyle opened up with 210 kilos, and he smoked it. Let's make sure depth is good. Yeah, we had 2 lights, so he's good to go. You know, I would always try to go into the meet, my first squat, something that was, I won't say necessarily, extremely easy to do, but I want to get that first one under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people come out and go a little too heavy sometimes on the first squat, and that sets the tone for the whole day. If it starts to mess with you mentally,
Yep.
detacks your body and your CNS out a bit. So,
Yep.
everyone has their own approach. So I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to do it, but
Nothing's gonna sap your energy for the meet more than when you fail a squat.
yeah.
It really gets tough when you start failing squats because that takes a lot of energy out of you.
Next we have Avery Jackson with a 245.5 kilo opener here. He has 40 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time. They could adjust his belt.
Avery Jackson's best squat, 600.7 pounds.
That's pretty impressive.
Last meet was the Ghost Clash. First meet in 2021, so he's put on a lot of pounds on that squat. First squat was 474. He's got 600 pounds. Very leaned over. Oh, look at that
Oh,
depth,
man, the
though.
depth is crazy.
And that's exactly how an opener should look. Very fast, very smooth. My rule of thumb has always been for somebody who doesn't know how the things work in the meet and everything, I typically will tell them anything that you feel like you can do comfortable for a set of 3 is a good benchmark for what your opener should be.
That's a good rule of thumb. I like that.
When you get to more extreme levels of the sport, when you get guys that are squatting 1,000 pounds, sometimes their best set of 3 is 850 or lower, 150 pounds off, but that's different with the load and things are a lot harder on them. So a lot of times I will say if somebody can't figure out what an opener should be, do something that's, something you can do for 3.
Christian Kearney here at 255 kilos for his opener.
589 is his best squat. Best total is 1603. He's just shy of that 700-pound deadlift, so I'm sure he's going to be going for that this time.
Oh, the legend there, Stacy Berg, giving him his ammonia salt.
Yep. Stacy Burr, a staple in the sport.
Man,
Phenomenal coach. Got the matching bund with Stacy today. 2-1. That's a good lift.
Khalil up next, 260 kilo opener. Tell you, Stacy, man, when I first started competing, she was, I think, at the height of her career, and one of the people who, motivated me to even want to get into the sport. I love watching her lift. And
Stacy's a phenomenal coach, phenomenal lifter. I haven't gotten to see her lift in a long time. I'm not sure if she's stepping on the platform anytime soon, but she still commits a lot to the sport.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Khalil, this is a guy that we need to watch out for all day. If you look at Lifting Cast, his opener deadlift is set at 804.
That's going to be impressive.
So his best deadlift in a meet is 848, and I've seen him pull 881 in the gym. So he is an extremely strong deadlifter. He's got a very solid squat. Best squat is 628 pounds, and he's very well-rounded with also a 446-pound bench. But he is absolutely a deadlifter.
Yeah, I can see he has very long arms, which tends to equate to a good deadlifter if you get the ergonomics down right.
Got a very conservative opener here, 573. That is very smart to go with. Like we said before, we got national level judges here, all national level judges. This is going to be strict standards. So you need to make sure that you're opening up something comfortable, something that you can sink, and something that's going to pass with the standard there.
Yeah. And as far as training for a meet, I tell people, again, everyone trains differently. I would always normally start the first few weeks of my meet prep trying to train below depth on my squat. Just got to get the muscle memory in place. Because when you're on the meet and the cameras are in front of you and the judges are in front of you, you know, you're not really thinking sometimes clearly as you probably should. You need to rely on just muscle memory if you can. And so,
We got Jamie up here next. Interesting stat about Jamie. Jamie's been competing. His first meet was in 2006.
jeez, Louise.
He's been going for a long time. First squat, 419, and now he's opening up with 573. You know, his best squat when he first started, he's opening up 160 pounds more than that. That's awesome to see.
That longevity is very impressive.
It's great to see the progress there. We got 2-1.
2
That's
to
a
1,
good
good
lift.
go.
Always recommend checking with the judge, even if you get that lift. I always recommend going off to the side and asking the judge, hey, what did I get a red light on? Because it might not be what you think. A lot of people on squat, they automatically assume that if they got a red light on the side, it's depth. But it might not be. You could have had soft knees, and then what if you get 2 reds on the next one and you didn't know to fix your soft knees? That might be the case, and that might be why you missed. So always recommend taking just a second to go off and either have your coach or have yourself go ask, hey, what did I get a red light on? Because we can always be better and we can always get better.
Love the walkout. Big air from Danny here. Settles the weight real well.
Very patient.
Very patient.
A lot of people tend to rush everything on the setup and the squat, and you just need to take your time. You got a whole minute. A lot of people think that minute's a short amount of time. It's really not.
Plenty of
On
time.
most lifts that you're doing, most sets that you're doing are no more than 10 seconds long. So take your time. All you got to do is unrack, and then that timer is not an issue. So take your time. It's okay.
Jonathan up next. He opened it at 282.5 kilos. Looks very confident there.
Jonathan's best squat, 644 pounds. Best total, 1736. Also has a pretty good long time in this sport here, 13 years. Been first meet 2011. And he's opening up just 10 kilos shy of his best squat. So he's definitely trying to put himself in range to hit a PR today. We'll see what he's got. Good walkout. Nice. Very smooth. Let's check the depth on that. Looked good for me. I see one white flag. Nope, that didn't look like a good lift. That was a no lift on from what I saw. I saw 2 red flags
Yeah,
up.
2 reds. So
Yep, so no lift there.
maybe a little high on the
Yep, just a touch high. Looked like he was just a little uneven with his legs. From the front view, his right leg was a lot further out than his left. So maybe he just needs to take time and get that walkout a little bit better. It looked fast, though, so he might make the call just to go up anyways. I typically am always going to recommend to retake it unless it's, but we're at the American Pro. We're competing for status. We're competing for money. We're competing for the glory and everything.
Yeah.
So take your shot if you got to.
This is the Super Bowl of the sport, man.
Yep. Got to put it all on the line. This is how we do it. All right, we got Ryan Jordan up next. Yep. Still kind of newer to the sport, been competing since 2020. He's got a very well-rounded total, 1912, 705 best squat, 500-pound bench, and then a 705 deadlift. So he is an extremely well-rounded lifter. We'll see if he can push past some PRs today. That is a buttery smooth opener. That's exactly how that should look. Let's see, waiting on let me see. Yep, that's the 3 white lights. That is a good lift. Looks like we're having a couple technical difficulties out there on the platform.
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to check out the sponsors of the meet. We have A1 Digital. We have, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Zero is our equipment sponsor. They have those really fancy plate racks that we have out there. They're taking care of a lot of the equipment for us. They have those really nice looking plates and everything too. All right, we got a big squat opener here. I can't really see it on the TV right now. See, that is a proper wrap squat there. Duncan right below. Let's see. We got to see one white flag. I see two white flags. So we know that's a good. There we go. That is a good lift. Now that is how you squat and wraps right there.
He went with a wide stance as well, so it kind of goes to show you what it takes to get that depth call from the side judges in a wide stance.
All right. Looks like up next we got Devin Navarro. Best squat, 744 pounds. He is an absolute squat unit. It's rare to see people in these lower weight classes with a bigger squat than deadlift. His best squat, 744, best deadlift, 705. Usually you kind of see that more towards the heavier classes. Those are the guys that have a little bit easier time getting those big squats. But because of how big they are, sometimes the leverages don't quite work out for deadlift. So he's opening a decent amount below his best squat, but that might be on purpose. So that way he can do big jumps. Like I said, take something easy at first. Make sure you're in the meet. And that way you can also see what the judges are doing call-wise, you know. What you think is depth might not be depth to these judges out here. You know, we're holding a strict standard.
That's a very smooth opener, though.
Yes, very smooth opener. That's exactly how that should look. So he's I hope he's going to put himself in place for a PR there, because that would be seeing something like a 750 from a 90-kilo drug-tested lifter. All right, we got Kyle up here right now. We are on second attempts right now for squat.
His first attempt was really nice. So
500-pound squat out of a 67.5-kilo lifter. Absolutely nothing to scoff at. That's more than 3 times his body weight.
very impressive.
That's a good lift. That's a nice, smooth second attempt. Just about how it should be. Don't forget to check out our announcements that just came up for Powerlifting United. We just released some details about nationals next year. It is going to be at a different time of the year. It's going to take place in the summer instead of the winter or the fall like it did this year. It's also going to be in a new location. It is going to be at New Jersey. As well as we are not going to be using monoliths at this next national. We are moving into combo racks. So for all those lifters out there that are thinking about competing at nationals, make sure that you check out the Powerlifting United Instagram page so you can figure out how to qualify and what to do. Off the top of my head, I know that if you want to just be able to register for it right away, you have to have at least a 425-pound dots or 425 dots as an untested lifter, a 400 dots as a drug-tested lifter. Or you have to win a regional event and have a certain amount of dots. After that, after a certain amount of period, if there is still open spots, anybody can register for nationals. That was a good lift right there for Avery. 2-1. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in for the American Pro 3. This is the 3rd annual American Pro. All right, we got another Stacy Burr athlete coming up, wrap squatter. I know those stairs are really cool and everything, but it is not easy to walk down steps when you got wraps on. So very wisely choosing to come out onto the side. They're actually wrapping just outside the door. I can kind of see when they take those wraps off. If you look on that live stream on that camera to the right, that door right there, that's where we're at. We can kind of see these guys every once in a while put the wraps on. Come on. All right, let's see what judges say. 2-1, that's a no lift. Again, probably depth. He looks pretty borderline from the front. Again, it's kind of hard for us with the angle we have. We have the same angle that you guys are seeing out here on the live stream. So it's kind of tough for us to tell, so we're also waiting on those judge calls. So I don't like to say anything is good before I know that it is good. I will just go with what I think. I was like, it looks good, but I don't know if it is or is not. All right, fist bumping the spotters and loaders. Coming out calm, cool, and collected. I love seeing the different kind of attitudes and the different mindsets that everybody has when they're coming out. You know, sometimes you see guys screaming, headbutting in the bar. And other times you got guys like this who are just walking out. Jamie's just having a good time, walking up, fist bumping some of the spotters. He's just here for the day. He's here for the moment. Having a good time. 606 pounds for Avery. This would be a PR for him. That was pretty easy. Let's see what the depth calls are. I see one white flag. I see one red. No, that is a no lift.
No lift.
Yep, that's like I said, from the front, it's tough for us to tell. It looks smooth, though. All he has to do is just get down there just a little bit more. I don't think he's got a strength problem here. Just needs to get down a touch more. Just have that confidence.
Khalil back up now with a 280 kilo second attempt. A very intense lift. I love the intensity as he walks to the platform.
Very stoic.
I know, right?
Yeah, he's focused. He's ready to go. Like what's going on with that hair there. I've never seen that before at powerlifting meet. He's just locked in and he's ready to go. I love it.
I don't know if I'm gonna see the sunglasses on the platform, man, but hey, I can dig it.
My coach has he's worn them before, but that was the last time he did. That was an outdoor meet, so I don't blame him for wearing them.
That makes sense.
All right, 617 pounds, just a touch under his best squat. If he gets this smooth, he's definitely in range.
Geez, the depth
All
is
right,
down
lifting to a great standard here today. That should be 3-1, right, or 3 white lights right there. So he's absolutely in range to hit a PR if he's confident for it. But he might just try to tie or match his best squat and really set him up for that big deadlift at the end. You know, he needs to save that energy because deadlift is definitely his money lift. Bars loaded.
Here for Danny. 280 kilos here for his second attempt.
I think this is right around where his PR is at. So if he gets this, he's set up in a very good spot. Yep, this is just about 5 kilos under his best squat. So if he gets this, he's set up really well. His first attempt looked pretty good. There you go, smooth.
Smooth as butter.
Let's take a look. I see a white. See a white. All right, we got at least a 2-1. Yep, we got a 2-1. It's got a judge on the left. Just check and see. Look, he's still checking. Even though he got on the lift, he's still checking with that judge, saying, "Hey, what do I need to do?"
Very smart move on his behalf.
Yeah, we're all built a little bit differently. Some of us have one leg longer than the other, one arm longer than the other. So what one judge sees on one side might not be what they see on the other side.
Let's shout out Spud Incorporated, one of our sponsors. Valley Health here with us as well. Vintage Iron, Pimp Max, Powerlifting, Ricey. That's how you say that?
Yeah. Got 8-man strong. Vintage Iron, that is the gym that is local to here right now. One of the sponsors. If you need a place to train, if you are local here to the American Pro, go check out Vintage Iron. Local gym here that you're able to go train at. Got all the powerlifting equipment and everything that you would need.
Jonathan looks strong out of the hole there.
Right,
Make sure you have the depth. I think he missed on depth the first attempt. There we
Yep,
go.
There we go.
Stand
3
up
white
and got it.
lights. Good job there. All right, so he's still set up for that PR right there. He might take that big jump, 10 kilos up would match his PR, so if he went 12.5, that'd be 650 for him. That'd be a nice platform PR for him.
And, for anyone who's not really versed in the sport, you might just say, well, why not just jump to the weight you want? When you're going through prep, you're prepping your body to make certain jumps, certain amount of weight in your jump. So jumping too much, it can throw off the whole plan. So you have to be careful in the jump. You can't just lift what you think you want to lift that day.
There's 9 lifts to this whole thing. You don't want to gas yourself completely out on one lift. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You don't. What if you go too heavy on that last one and maybe you get it, but it took so much energy out of your back that your back spazzes up on bench. It's all about gamesmanship. It's all about trusting yourself.
Ryan looked real good on his first attempt. Let's see, 315 kilos.
There's a big squat for Ryan.
Ryan's a stud, man. He's a big boy.
This is getting real close to his PR, 705. This is 694. If this is smooth, he absolutely is probably going to go for a PR. Yeah, and that was easy.
A lot more left in the tank.
He's probably going to load something like 711, 716. If he's feeling really good, I'd say go 722. He's definitely got it in him today. All right, we got our first 700-pound squat loaded up for Devin. So he's definitely a big jump guy. He took 661 on his first, and then he just jumped 20 kilos, so 705.
Yeah, that is a very big jump.
So he's probably looking to jump another 20 kilos if this goes well to get to that 750. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is a big squat for a 90-kilo drug-tested lifter. Very big squat.
I'm definitely impressed with this.
I know guys 2 weight classes above him that can't do this.
We'll shake you on the walkout, but he's patient.
Solid.
He's settled. Let's check the depth on it.
A little slower. 3 white light. Good lift. I don't know if he's quite got 744 in him today, but he might surprise us. You know, you don't know what these lifters need to do to get themselves ready. He might not have done any hyping up or anything. Yeah. He's saving it for that last one so he doesn't burn himself out.
I think if he can get the unrack under control and maybe be a little more patient, he should be good. Speaking of Devin, I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got 722 for Jeremy on the bar. This is a national record attempt. This is a bit below his best. He's done 804 in wraps before, but like I said, this is a high standard meet. So I think he's just playing it conservative and trying to go for that total. There you go.
Real good.
A little surprised with how slow that moved, with how his opener looked. But yeah, it looked like he was. Looks like that's a 2-to-1 good lift. So that might be it for him. He might do another one. We'll see. Looked like he was having a little hard time at the end of that, almost passed out.
You know, speaking of Devin, you say maybe he's saving some of his hype for his third attempt. That's something else I've seen guys do. You know, you try to get a little too hype in your first 2 attempts. It takes a lot out of you, too. So I think that's a good move to try to save it for your third attempt. And make sure you really get all that energy that you need at the right time.
All right, we're moving on to Kyle. Third attempts here.
240 kilos for Kyle.
I believe we will be taking about a 20-minute break in between lifts, in between squat and bench, and then in between bench and deadlift. So after this, go ahead, get yourself something to drink, get yourself something to eat, come back and watch these guys duke it out. The deadlifts are going to be really exciting for this session. So we got a lot of guys that are really, really close on dots and on total.
Kyle's very technically sound every time. It's the exact same walkout.
There you go. All right. Up there.
We got it. Let's see
what the
judges say. 2 white. That's all he needs.
I think that matches his PR there. Nope, just a touch above. His PR is 529 or 523, so that is a new PR for him, 529. Those where the best PRs are. You know, it's all good to PR in the gym and everything, but, you know, what are we here for? We're here to compete on the platform. So best PRs are the ones you can always set yourself up for on the platform.
You know, Christian coming up to the platform at 270 kilos on his third attempt. It's 37 seconds now, so we got to make sure he doesn't time out on this one. But again, like you said, it's good to time the wrap up just right. See Stacy there making sure he has time.
Yeah, he's running out of time. He needs to get out there. He needs to get out there and unrack it. All he's got to do is unrack it.
Just have to unrack it within a minute.
10
so
seconds.
I think he's good.
Oh, see, but there, okay, he used that opportunity. You can unrack and then re-rack it, give yourself a little time. If he can get this after having a rush, this is going to be incredible.
That'll be quite impressive.
Up. go. Come
he has
on.
it. He has it.
All right, I think that was a touch deeper. Let's see what the judges
I love
say.
it.
I really wanted to get this one. Still
geez.
no. That was a center judge call there, too,
Yeah.
so she might not have liked something. You might have missed a command there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you would have gotten that from the front, then you might have had that. But it's all good. It's all good. Spirits are high. We're still in the meet.
To have to rush it, he still did a great job.
Yeah, to be able to actually complete that meet after having to rush up to the platform in wraps, that is an accomplishment for himself there. So he should still be proud of that squat, even though he didn't get it. He should still be happy about that squat.
Avery Jackson coming to the platform, 280 kilos.
This is a big PR for him. His best squat in the meet is 600. It's a national record attempt. It's a nice 17-pound PR for him if he can get this. Got the American Pro singlet on, American flag bandana. Go. No, not quite there. He probably had a touch less than that, but it's okay. It's like I said, this is what we got to do. This is American Pro. We got to swing for the fences. We got stuff on the line here that we're competing for. All right, these are going to be some exciting squats to close out this session. Seeing multiple 700-pound squats in a drug-tested session where we actually don't even really have any big, heavy guys. Most everybody in this session is 110 kilos or lower. So the fact that we're seeing really big 700-pound squats is really great. It's awesome to see this from a drug-tested session.
I like Danny's energy there, man. He brought a lot of good energy every time he comes to the platform so far. So,
all right, Danny, come on. He's hyped. He's excited. I think this is a PR for him as well. He's been very smooth on his squats already. 287 kilos.
Be patient.
Come on.
Yeah, he has it.
And that's a nice little PR for Danny right there. He gets his three white lights. Very clean lifter. That is an all. Oh, high-fiving Danny Garcia there. Almost blew his arm off. Oh, picking the lady up right there, too. Very excited, very happy. And see, that's what it's all about. That's why we're all here, is we're all here for those moments, those
I was
PRs,
just about to say that, man.
those personal wins. That's what this is all about right here. At the end of the day, we're all doing this for ourselves, and we're doing it for our communities, and we're out here and we're having a good time. And this is just what it's all about.
You know, Jamie up with a 290-kilo third attempt. He jumped from his 275 and he failed, but I think he feels pretty confident he'll.
Yeah, this is a state record attempt. If he gets this, it'll be a PR for him as well.
He's an experienced lifter, so he definitely knows his body and what he has in him. So
he's just got to get that depth down there just a little bit. His strength is absolutely there. He's just got to trust himself and sink it down just a touch. There you go. I think that's going to be good.
Should be it.
639.
2 whites. He's good.
That's a good lift. State record for him and a nice PR there. 17-pound PR for him. And see, that's where he missed, but he still went up. He took a gamble. He trusted himself that he was strong, and he talked to his judge, and he was like, okay, I got to get down just a little bit more. And he did. One judge still wasn't happy, but he got it. It's all good.
Jonathan's coming up for his third attempt. Like he has that confidence back after missing his first attempt. So he's at 292.5 kilos here for his third attempt.
I believe this will also be a PR for Jonathan as well, if he can get this. A lot of guys having a good day. They're hitting PRs today. It's a national record attempt. The big squat for an 82.5 kilo lifter. Now this is going to tie his PR. Oh boy, that's a grind. Was he down there? Let's see. He's got that wide squat stance, so it's hard to tell. 2-1, no lift. Now, if the coach and him want to try, they could try to overturn this if they haven't used it already and challenge. He's still got that squat, though, so we can call that a gym PR. Or, well, like I said, it matches his PR, so. All right, moving on to 300 kilo squat.
Have Khalil coming from the 300 kilos for his third attempt.
All right, this is a big PR for Khalil. His best squat in a meet is 628. This is a big jump for him here. This is a 33-pound PR if he can get this. He's got the confidence. He's calm. He's cool. He's collected, and he's intense.
I like it.
Very internalized.
Let's shout out to DJ today too, man. How about that?
Yeah, good music choices today.
I think he has it.
I think he's got that. Let's see. That's a good lift. Three white lights. He had 3 white lights on all 3 lifts. So he's 9 for 9 on the lights. He's 3 for 3 on the squats. That was a 33-pound squat PR. So he's putting himself in range for a big PR total. He definitely has it in him to go for 2K if he has a good bench and a good deadlift.
Ryan here, 335 kilos. Nice and full. Okay, there's the intensity right there.
There we go. Turn it on right when he needs it. You don't want to. That's the thing about that ammonia and everything. You hit it too early, you're going to wear off by the time you get there. It's a big PR for him, too. It's a 23-pound PR. His best squat, 705. This is 728. So he's got it. He's looked good so far. Oh, looks like he's got it. I think the depth's there. That's a good lift. 23-pound PR right there. He's on pace to PR total, too, as long as the bench and the deadlift go well. If he can add another 50 pounds to that, he's also getting himself in range to that 2,000-pound total. That magical number that all of us want to hit at some point.
All right, that's the one everyone wants to hit at some point.
I'm still chasing it myself. One day. One day. All right, this is the last squat, I believe. 744. So it was kind of tough on the last one. He's saying, screw it, we're going to go for all the money. He did 722, so he's more hyped. They might have wrapped those knees tighter. Let's see if he's got it. Hopefully the spotters stay on him. Oh, man, and he almost had that, too. He got out of the hole. He just lost that brace and unfortunately fell over a little bit.
So Devin's going to come back and shoot for 337.5
on
his.
We do have one more squat. Okay.
Yeah, Devin's had a strong day so far on squat as well.
Yep.
Let's see how he can finish up here.
This would be equaling his PR. If he hits this and bench and deadlift go well, he can definitely get himself set up for a PR total. And he's only been competing for 2 years. At 1857 total, 90 kilos. He's only been competing for 2 years. He put 100 pounds on his squat in 2 years. His first squat ever in a meet was 644, and his best squat in a meet 744. So he put 100 pounds on his squat in 2 years. That's crazy. That's the difference of figuring out training or getting a different coach and really getting there. All right, that locked out looked better. Might have rushed his brace, though.
He
rushed the brace a little bit.
So it was nice, zero.
All right, good
branded.
catch, spotters and loaders. Yep, you think he just got a little too nervous and he rushed it a little bit there. All right, looks like we're going to strip down and we're going to get ready for bench press.
Again, shout out Zero for the plates today, the kilo plates, nice Zero brand. Looks really nice there. That was a good first run.
That was good. Yeah, good squat session. We had a lot of guys, a lot of girls hit PRs today. We saw a good handful of national records, some state records too. Unfortunately, we did have one bomb out. We'll see if he is going to continue in the meet or not. But yeah, that was a really phenomenal session of squats. And it looks like we got some big benches here in this in this flight too. This is a really well-rounded, drug-tested session here.
I was just gonna say that. Looking at the openers for all the lifters, I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. I think we're gonna see some big deadlifts today as
Oh
well.
yeah, we got a couple guys that are in that 700-pound, mid 700-pound range. We don't know how any of their preps went. We don't know how healthy they are, so we're just going off of the best numbers that they've done in the past, and we're going to assume and going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they all had good preps and that they're all here and they're ready to go. So if that is the case, then we got a lot of 700-pound deadlifts coming up at the end of the day, and like I said, keep an eye on Khalil because he's opening at 804.
Yeah, I expect some big numbers from Khalil. Just seeing him today in his squat, very intense. He has the build for a deadlift. He has long arms.
It doesn't matter because he's got a big bench still, though.
True.
He's got a mid-4 bench, so those long arms aren't really going to bother him too much.
So shout out again, Pioneer, one of our sponsors, Zero Brand, Fighter Quip, the U.S. Marine Corps. Definitely a big shout out to them. 8-Man, Spud Incorporated, A1 Digital. A lot of good sponsors here today. Pep Max Powerlifting, Vintage Iron, Barisi.
Yep, we also have Hussam here giving out IV services.
Oh.
Okay. I was gonna say, I wanna go
Through our struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are Pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
our struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
Struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
Through our struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
Oh, speaking of Molly,
I know, right? We're back. Molly's opening at 70 kilos for her first bench. She had a strong squat bench at 157.5 kilos.
mm-hmm.
We just talking
What's
about.
my man's name? What's my man's name? He's out there now. You don't remember him? He was just in here talking to you.
Oh, yeah,
It's okay.
Sam.
Say him.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sam's on the mic now, emceeing for us.
Yep.
Molly has an opening opening bench of 70 kilos, easy work. That's kind of what you want to see on your first bench. I mean, you don't want to come in and overdo it. There's nothing worse than, as we mentioned earlier with squats. You know, you struggle with that bench, the first attempt, or you miss it. It can definitely, affect you mentally going into your second attempt. So, shout out David and his team of spotters and loaders. They do a great job. He's soaking wet now. He's been working maybe harder than some of the lifters today.
He gets hot. He runs hot just naturally. And you add on all this exercise on top of it. You look him in the eye, man. You see the intensity.
Yep. So up next we have Olivia, 85 kilos for her first bench attempt. She had a strong showing on squats earlier. If you're here at the meet, or if you were here at the meet, it's pretty awesome. We have food, we have drinks, we have pretty much everything you need, man. I mean, they've done a great job of preparing a great atmosphere for a competition here.
It's fun watching the girls lift because they I don't know, the way they express the energy and the excitement when they get done lifting it's a lot different than like when men men are more like aggressive and like brute and and like grr. And girls they're just happy. They hop up and they just frolic away.
Every now and then you get some real intensity from them.
Yeah, you get it on both sides because you get the frothy guy that's like that. You get guys that are like that.
We were talking about Khalil earlier. Khalil, one of the guys in the last flight. He's very stoic as he approaches approaches the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean those guys they're comfortable. Honestly, the funny thing is that they're expressing themselves that way. They're freaking out in their heads.
Oh yeah.
They can't express it. I guess I don't know. Who we got here?
Christina, 92.5 kilos.
Smoke
nice
show.
And solid, yeah. Smoke show, nice and solid. Man.
Yep.
I always like to look at the setup.
She's doing.
Oh, yeah. I like looking at the setups for bench. Everyone's setup's a little different. And for anyone who's watching who's not really familiar with powerlifting, you have to have 2 points of contact on the bench. So most lifters have their upper back, and then the butt has to be on the bench. If you lift your butt off the bench and then point the lift, it's a bad lift. So
you gotta be careful going down these stairs. I've seen them almost take a couple. Well,
a couple people out.
They almost took me out earlier.
Shariah's up at 115 kilos. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, man. If you're a little too hyped coming down the stairs, it could be bad.
You just gotta pay attention, All these openers looking easy.
Looking real good.
Just standing up with elegance. And she's gone.
And shout out one of our sponsors, Zero, supplying the kilos and the plates. We call them kilos. The plates that are on the bar for us today. They look really nice, really good kilos there.
Yep. Nothing like a brand new pair of plates, nice and clean, no chips. They weigh exactly
what they should.
What they say they weigh. Which I think is important to, there is something about trading on iron plates. There is that feeling of the plates chattering and just like the grit that comes along with that. But trading on a nice set of kilos, man, is just the way to go. Exactly. You can measure your progress with precision.
It is different.
Yep, for sure. Everything's balanced. I like this dude. Is this my guy? This is my guy,
Ryan,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan's open at 115 kilos.
He's fun to watch.
So he has one of maybe the best headshots too on the screen if you watch it. He has the cowboy hat on.
Little movement going on in there at the bottom. I'm sure he got the white.
Whites.
Yeah.
Too red.
Was it the maybe it was a little movement.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, but maybe something else.
So for the rules on bench, you're waiting on a down command and a press command. If you jump the press command from the head judge, then you know it's going to be a no lift. You cannot have any downward movement of the bar. Once the bar starts coming up, it cannot move. Can't come down at all. I don't know if I'm missing anything else there. Of course, if your butt comes up, it's a bad lift.
Yep, she's not sweating this.
Nah, she had a great showing on squat earlier.
Yep.
Opening at 135 kilos here.
Yeah, I like that. Like when you have the right, are we on openers still?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So when you have the right, she's sunk.
She sunk it. Yep. Which is okay as long as you can't bounce it on your chest.
Yeah. Yep. When you have your opener properly set, and what I mean by properly is the weight isn't. It shouldn't bring you anxiety.
It shouldn't overwhelm you. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is a common mistake amongst lifters, setting their opener way too high.
Yeah.
Way too high.
You know, when you come into a meet, you have to. I would always tell people, and I was always a fan of this, and my coach and I would sit down and have a conversation about it before the meet. You have to expect what the prep is giving you, right? You know, so you might want to hit certain numbers, but if the prep hasn't given you that, you have to just be real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you come in and overshoot it, you know, it could be bad for you. So you're right. The right first opener is definitely going to be key to your success throughout the meet on all three of your lifts.
You know, and the way you walk up to the bar is going to be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Like she just did. You know, she knew she was going to get it.
Nice wide grip here from Chad. Just punch it out real easily. That's 185 kilo opener there. So what, 510 pounds? No, not 510.
407.
407. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yeah, you're fine. It is very tiny on that screen that we're looking at. I think we're looking at the same thing that they're looking at home.
There we are. So we have Michael up with 185 kilo for his opener.
Mm-hmm.
Michael had a good strong squat opener. Squat showing. He missed his third
Oh,
attempt.
he almost tripped, it looked like.
He missed his third attempt, but still had a good strong showing on squats earlier.
Yeah, this dude's going to smoke this, man. Like, he's so nonchalant, you know. I think it's I can just tell.
He's very confident. There's a lot of confidence as he approaches the bar here.
Yeah, he's comfortable, you know.
Digging his shoulders into the pad.
Okay. I mean, it was a lot of movement. I think, you know, made me a little excited.
But I think he was able to. They got him for it. Then we got him for some movement on the bar on his chest.
Yeah.
The bar has to settle on your chest with no movement before you go for your press command. So a lot of movement there. Maybe just anxious. Again, nerves can sometimes play a part into the lift, especially your first lift on your first attempt on any of the three lifts.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a factor there where you're coming from. It is the same bench in the warm-up room, but it is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're going from one environment to the other one. I know that's like something that a lot of people don't maybe even measure, but it's something, you know. He'll come back on his second. He'll get it.
Mookie's here opening at 185 kilos as well. Mookie had a really good squat showing, so let's see how he does here at bench.
Oh, this guy's fun. Yeah.
Bear control. There you go.
Nice. That's
what you want to see right there.
Yeah, that's a nice, properly placed opener. You know, there should be no doubt, guys. Like if you're coming up, you guys are thinking about doing a meet, your opener, especially on squat, you know, like you shouldn't be afraid of your opener.
Sam gave the example earlier that his rule of thumb is for your opener on squats, he would always say something you can do at least 3 times, you know, 3 reps of. But everyone has their own calculations. I don't know how people determine what their opener it should be, but you're right. You know, you need to make sure and be confident that you can get on the board for each lift, because what you do not want to do is bomb out, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You know, I tend to think about it like you're climbing a ladder. You know, you can't hit your second till you hit your first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't hit your third till you hit your second. So, a lot of people they're game planning for their opener, it seems like. instead of game planning for the third.
Right.
You know,
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
yeah. I don't know really. I don't know really where that stems from, but I know I fell prey to it for sure. And I missed a lot of a lot of third attempts that way.
Yeah.
You know.
I've always encouraged lifters too. If you start powerlifting, you might start it as a casual lifter, not really taking it too serious. But once you decide you really want to take it serious and try to maximize, your performance on the platform someday, it really is. It would behoove you to try to get a coach who really knows how to prep you for a competition on meet day. And I mean, if you have a good coach who knows their thing, then they know how to determine your openers and your second attempts and your third attempts. I'm sorry, my coach that I pretty much ran the duration of my career with, a guy named Les Keys out of Alabama. He was very, very, very prepared on meet day. We had 3 attempts that we would choose from on each lift. So depending on how I was feeling or how my last attempt went, so everyone does it differently, but that's how he did it. So when I came up on meet day, I had to do no thinking. It was just me getting under the bar. He would call all my attempts. But, we're back here with Molly at 75 kilos on her second attempt.
Yeah, she's dope, man. You can tell she's just tough, and she does it with a smile.
Yep. Brings a lot of character to the platform.
Yeah, look, just a lot of energy. I like it. She's getting. Oh, he came back. I thought she was gonna get left hanging on that. I would have felt bad, man. I would have had to leave and set that straight.
Can't leave me hanging.
No, because I felt that one.
Olivia's up next. Her second attempt, 97.5 kilos. About a 5 kilo jump here for her.
Yeah, just a little baby jump. But you guys, you're not gonna make very big jumps on. You shouldn't be making big jumps on meet day. It is different. You guys make 50-pound jumps and stuff in the gym. In a meet, it's just different. You're not gonna do that. Some people.
Yeah, some people try to do. I mean,
if you're like a 500, 600-pound bencher, but just the jumps do tend to be a little more incremental on meet day, because there is something at stake.
It's a good lift there by Olivia. I like the way she was patient there. She kind of got out of the groove just a little bit and was able to bring it back. And I think she should have 3 whites here, I would hope. It looked good from where I was sitting.
Looks like it. Yeah, that's what we got. But yeah, that's the thing about being, just having control. Powerlifting essentially is a game of control. It's not really how strong you are. It's about how well you can control the weight. The more you can control it, essentially, you should be able to lift more weight. And stuff like that, if you have more control, when you do lose control a little bit, it's easier to get back.
Yep.
It's the wacky wild lifters that kind of gung ho type that when they lose control, they're gone. They don't get it back.
Powerlifting is just as much leverage as it is strength. So understanding leverage is, like you said a minute ago, being able to slow things down and be patient with your body and with the weight is a big part of it. Here we are with Christina, her third attempt, 97.5 kilos. Like we're good to go with her 3 whites, I would expect.
Yep, nice pit crew here. Not wasting any time. The flow of the meet is exceptional. Just and a lot of that does go to the spotters and loaders because of how quickly and accurately they change the weight. I don't think we've had any misloads yet, right?
Yeah, they haven't, and that's a testament to Danny and his crew. They do a great job of spotting and loading. And I've been in meets before where something was misloaded, and I mean injuries can happen, things like that can happen with a misload. So he does a great job with his team, keeping them on point. Christina here, 97.5 kilos.
Oh, soft left off.
Let's see.
I'm curious here. 2 to 1. I wonder what that 1 was for. I seen possibly maybe heaving.
Yeah,
maybe the butt came up. Hard to say. That's what I saw from my very poor vantage point.
Shariah Johnson's up next, 120 kilos for her second attempt with a 5-kilo jump from 115 on her first attempt. So she's from Salem, Oregon, all the way across the country.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Came a long way to live.
Yeah, a lot of people flew out. I know Mike and his crew, they flew out. Or at least I knew that they did for the Freaks meet. I assume it was the same.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, look, the American Pro has become one of the premier meets of the country. I mean, it's deemed the Super Bowl of the game, and I feel the same way. I mean, this is a great production. A lot of major lifters here, a lot of eyes on the sport when this thing comes up every year. So they do a great job promoting it, putting it on. So, I mean, people flying from across the country, I'm not surprised. Everyone wants to be on this platform every year. So,
You know, and it has a lot of lights and flashy music and loud music and stuff, guys. But it's just another meet. You know, this is how these guys are looking at it. Yes, it is a big stage, but at the end of the day, you know, when you scroll down open powerlifting, it's going to be its own little row, just like every other local meet. So, the production's awesome. It's so fun. It's lively. People are vibing. You know, but yeah, that's what I told myself when I competed. You know, because you do the nerves, man.
oh, yeah.
Surrounded by doing a bigger meet, it can drive you nuts. You know, but at the end of the day, just another meet, right?
Breeze up for a 140-kilo attempt on her second attempt on bench here. Ryan was able to, I think, get his 120 attempt. I think he had 3 whites on his attempt, so did a great job there. I love watching the camaraderie too. Whenever you come to a powerlifting meet, whether it's a national meet or regional meet, everyone's pulling for everyone. It's just great camaraderie amongst all lifters and everyone in attendance.
This is 308 pounds.
It's pretty impressive.
This is 308 pounds. Like, if I walked in a local gym and I saw this, look how easy it was, dude. If I saw that, just like, I don't know. That's turning a lot of heads in a local gym.
That's impressive.
I mean, oh my God, like just here, that's crazy. I mean, what is that equivalent to for like a guy? That's like a 600-pound bench, dude.
We have Michael up next at 185 kilos.
There he is. He missed his opener, right?
Mm-hmm.
Due to some technical stuff. I think he did press it up though.
Yeah, I think it may have been some downward motion maybe. But I'm sure he'll come back and get it this time. He didn't have any problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shout out some of our sponsors while we're here. We have Pioneer. We have Zero, again, who provided the plates for the day. Zero. A1 Digital. Fighter Equip. The U.S. Marine Corps. Present here today.
Oh, I think we got some. Yeah, that's some downward motion there anyway.
It's hard to come back when you get that downward motion, and when you put it forth so much effort on the bench, it's going to be hard to come back for a third attempt. But if he can come back and if he can get to the back and compose himself, and then he can maybe prevent himself from bombing out here on bench.
You know what he has going for him? How inconsistent it is. Like his, you know what I mean? So people like that it's a little inconsistent on the technique, they can bounce back from things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
still a small technical corpse here. He can get it together.
Yep.
Chad is up next. Chad Harrison, 192.5 kilos. Chad has had a pretty strong day thus far. I was very impressed with how patient he was on squats earlier. So I think he's bringing some of that same approach to bench.
Yeah, he's cooling. What are we on? Are we on seconds?
Yeah, second attempts.
Yep. Nice.
Watch it out. There you go.
That's a nice looking second. I mean, I'd feel very confident going to the third attempt. I wonder what what was that? 429.
Mm-hmm.
He could go. Was it a 444? Is that what it is?
Mookie's up next, 195 kilos.
Yeah, something like that in the 440 range. Piece of cake.
I like Mookie. I like his energy.
Yeah, he comes out like a boxer, you know, like he knows he's about to go to town on this thing. Another 429 attempt. Same weight as last. Those shoes look comfy.
They do.
You just slipped them bad boys right on.
Nice.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
This bench form is very technically sound.
look at him. Oh yeah, he's got another 10 kg easy. That was 429, so 450,
Yeah.
450 ish.
I would say that. Back at the top of the roster with Molly Hendricks going for her third attempt at 77.5 kilos. Molly has been a lot of fun to watch today. A lot
Yeah,
of good
she's dope.
energy.
Yeah.
Want to make sure everyone is invited back tomorrow for day 2 of the American Pro 3rd annual. The clock's running here. I don't know where Molly might be with 37 seconds. You have 1 minute to get the bar off the rack. So she's at 30 seconds now. I'm sure she has plenty of time to still get out here, but
Something. How did her second go? I mean, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, it went pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe she's just so letting it run out.
Sometimes, but I have seen situations where lifters might, hurt themselves a little bit, just a little small something. So maybe she felt like it wasn't worth risking further injury, just save it for deadlift. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll find out later on. But it looks like she's gonna time out here.
Sometimes they'll just let they'll let it run out just out of respect for the next lifter.
Oh no! I see what happened. So we had
Oh, now she's. What happened?
No, we had another lifter earlier who bombed out, so we had to let his time
I
out.
see.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, it wasn't Molly.
Yeah, it wasn't Molly. She was doing her thing. So
okay, cool. Let's go, Molly. She's got the pink toe. What do you call those shoes? Toe things?
I guess toe shoes. I don't know.
Now she's got the music playing again.
Let's go, Molly.
Not this time,
Not this time.
but it's okay. She's still happy with how it turned out.
They say leave it all on the platform. That's how you leave it on the platform.
Can't be upset about it. She played the song again.
Olivia approaching the platform here for a 92.5 kilo third attempt. She jumped 2.5 kilos, probably playing it safe. I think her second attempt was a little bit of a grinder, so I don't blame her for maybe playing it safe here to go 3 for 3 on bench.
All right, she's got a process. Like it's methodical. She's thinking about it. Okay. I wanted the butt come up a little bit. Yeah, she's not gonna get that one.
Still a good showing.
Yeah.
Christina Ryan up now, 100 kilos for her third attempt.
Could be considered a nice, gem PR. Nothing wrong with that. Yep.
Christina's coming to us from South Bend, Indiana.
Oh yeah, intensity's high at this moment.
I like it. 100 kilos.
It's your third attempt. You're thinking about it for sure. Nice lift off. She's gonna get it. Yep.
That's what a third attempt should look like. Good job.
All right, 2-1. Not sure what the one side judge saw. If she would like to know, she could ask him.
Could have been a little weak on the elbow on that one side. Never
Mhm.
knows on the lockout.
Yep. But it's gonna go down the books. It's gonna count.
Shariah's up next at 125.5 kilos. Shariah has not missed a lift today. That's pretty impressive.
All right, we're getting a little hardcore now.
Let's see if we can make it 6 for 6 for Shariah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, very strong. She's gonna get this one. 2-1. Very solid. Wait, we got weights flying.
Shariah made it 6 for 6. She's having a good, solid day. Ryan's up next, 127.5 kilos.
What do we got? 281, it says.
Tell you, man, Ryan definitely still has the best profile picture of the show, I think.
Yeah, he's cowboy, man.
I love it. I love it. Let's see, can we finish strong on bench, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. That's all right. You know, moving on the deadlift.
Rhea's up next, man. You're right.
Good Lord, man. 319 pounds. This is a monstrous bench press.
Yep.
Whoa.
I've been thoroughly impressed with her today, man. She's putting on a freaking clinic. So composed, technically sound. Showing enormous strength, obviously.
Guys, you're not going to be this strong without technique. You know, she's had practice. On self-unrack. It was fast coming off the chest, but it hit a wall about 3 inches up.
Lockout can be difficult on the bench.
You know, she's a sinker, but still very strong.
You know, a lot of your casual lifters, just some of your gym bros, they don't quite understand that much of your bench is primarily your lats and triceps on lockout. So normally when people miss the top of a bench, it's usually going to be lockout triceps. A lot of people don't realize your chest really gets very little activation during bench if you're lifting properly. So very strong off her chest, just couldn't quite lock it out.
Okay, he needs this
Stay
to stay in the meat. You know, I'm rooting for him.
Never want to see the one fall out of a meet. If he can just kind of keep his head together this time, I think tighten up a little bit on the technique. He's plenty strong. He has the strength. He just missed grooves, I think, one of them. Jumped the command, I think, on the first one, maybe hit a little downward motion on his chest. Come on, Mike, let's get this one, man. Stay in the meet, bro.
Oh, he's not gonna get it.
It takes a lot out of you, man. When you
I know that look on his face, man. You know, it's disappointing. But you know, at the end of the day, it's lessons. You know, everything there's lessons and everything. So, still a very strong guy, and he deserves to be on this platform just like everyone else. Out of Las Vegas. Yeah.
Get set in. You want to dig that upper back into the bench so it doesn't move or slide on you. We're at 195 kilos for Chad here. Not quite.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little gas. You know, your upper back is tired from squats, and now you've been benching, and
You have to definitely take into account how much squat takes out of your bench.
yeah. You know, it's always a good idea to, you know, practice how you play. You know, if you guys are coming in and just benching, you guys have a separate bench day. Definitely, I mean, that's okay. Just take that into account that when you come to a meet, you're going to be squatting first. So just adjust your numbers based off of that.
Here Mookie is his third attempt with some Eminem Lose Yourself, man. It's another good hype song for any powerlifter, I'm pretty sure.
Who can't feel this, man?
202.5 kilos. And he smoked it.
Yeah, he hit the rack there. It shouldn't affect anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's feeling it.
Mookie's having a great day, man.
6 for 6 now, right?
Yep. Love to see it. Moving
Rolling
to the second
through.
flight. They're moving at a good pace, man. This meet has been run very efficiently, too.
We're already on the second flight.
Mm-hmm.
What time did we start? 3? It's been 2 hours. 3 flights, right? Okay. We got a nice pace.
I got to shout out Anna and Micah, the meet director for this meet. It's been a very well-run meet, very efficient on time. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. Nothing worse as a lifter having to sit and wait between heats, and it's been a very, very good meet. Very well run.
Yep, it's a well-oiled machine, you know, and everybody just does their job. And without any one component, you know, the whole thing would fall apart. So the guys that are running the people that are running the lights, the sound, the speakers, whoa, easy.
Yeah, very good.
Everything looks fast now after watching thirds on the last flight.
Kyle was very technically sound on his squats.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. He came out and opened very well on squat, and then very, very proficient on his next two attempts. So coming out on bench, he missed it though. Okay, maybe
Jumped the
press command, jump the rack command possibly. So speaking of the, I said it earlier, but the rules on bench, you once you unrack the weight, you have to hold it and wait for a down command from the head judge, and you have to wait for an up command, a press command. I'm sorry, and then you have to also wait for a rack command. So we have Christian coming out, 140 kilos for his opener.
Got 308. I'm looking at here.
Mm-hmm. Coach Burr coming out, giving him a lift off. Always love to see Stacy in attendance at any meet.
Let's look at this lift off. Let's see if it's going to be a crispy one. Nothing better than a nice crispy lift off. I would say, yeah, I like it. A nice lift off would look like, you know, the person letting go that's doing the lift off, you wouldn't see any movement when that person lets go.
Yeah.
That's a nice just lift off.
A good lift off is not just lifting the weight off the bar, but also hanging it over the lifter where he or she needs it to be, setting in the groove. So it's always good to try to have a good lift off with someone who you've already practiced with.
Yeah.
That's why you'll also see some lifters opt to just not have a handoff or not have a lift off because they don't trust it. Because if a person hands you the bar in the wrong groove, it can definitely affect their lift.
Absolutely.
We have Avery here with 140.5
Yeah.
kilo opener.
Hard not to root for this guy. Something about him. You know, he just got a vibe.
He really brought it during his squats too. Like he missed his third attempt just by a hair.
Yeah.
Real solid on the descend. Yeah, nice.
Nice. You know, a little bit at the top there. The triceps, like you mentioned earlier, your triceps and your lat.
Yeah.
You know, you can really see the lifters who prioritize their triceps. And that's another thing, too. Just doing some random tricep exercise, it does help. But you need to. It needs to be in something that reinforces that bench positioning. You know, that you can do, like for example, like a skull crusher. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you know, your main 3 lifts, of course, going to be squat, bench, and deadlift. But you know, when you're training, you have to train your accessory work, like you said. You know, your tricep work, whether it's skull crushers, dips, whatever it is, to strengthen those triceps, lat muscles. You know, so you know, if you're not going to be proficient with your accessory work, you're not going to be able to maximize your performance on the platform. So you're exactly right.
yeah, it shows. Jamie Velasquez, this is my buddy here. He competed at the last 2 American Pros. I competed alongside him last year. We were on different days, but you know, had the privilege of handling him, along with his friend over there that just gave him a solid fist bump. I think that was him, but you know, and he's accompanied by his wife today, and that's usually his typical crew that rolls with him. Super cool dude. He lifts by himself in his basement to country music. And he's just, look at him. I mean, everything is just easy, you know, or it looks easy. He's screaming bloody murder in his head, but ultimately Jamie is a very fast lifter, I think, and he's an excellent dude, excellent father. You know, I like, yeah, can't say enough good things about Jamie.
Now, the crowd might be picking up here too in the second half of day 1. This is an amazing venue as well, man. If you've never been to this venue, it's set up perfectly for a meet like this. We have an upstairs area, like a balcony area to kind of overlook the platform. And of course, you have seating on the floor as well.
This is Danny, from New Jersey. He MCs for them sometimes. He spots and loads and helps out in always. 3 white lights. That's an easy opener for Danny. Isn't that Danny? Are we off
I
some?
think we were off a little bit. I know we have Khalil. Khalil is standing.
Yeah, because this says Jonathan. I don't know what just happened. But unless I'm tripping.
No, we have Khalil coming up now, so I think
Yeah.
maybe gotten out of order.
Oh, I think they're getting it. They're
Yeah.
trying to get it right. They need a refresh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, the last person was Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Khalil had a very strong squat performance, so I expect nothing less anyway to good things from him.
Yeah.
Hopefully at 185 kilos here.
Guy's got some monster quads on him. Super cool looking dude. Guess he's gonna request not a lift off. Okay, he is gonna take one.
Yeah. We're always giving Danny a little instruction on how he likes his lift off, maybe.
That's important. Yep, look at that. Like, it's a nice, you know, David, he's done his thing.
I'm sorry, David, you're right. I said
Yes,
Danny.
Oh, is that, yeah. David, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's been around the block, man. He knows, you know, like I said, you know when you get a good lift off because the person holding the lifter himself doesn't move.
I tell you, man, Khalil clearly came into this meet with a plan. He's executing perfectly, it looks like. Now we have Jonathan up next, 187.5 kilo opener for him.
Yep, so they're going to stop him because he needs to get his wrist straps on before he steps onto the platform. The only piece of equipment that you can adjust when you're actually on the platform is your belt. So, yeah, just a safety thing. He's going to take a handoff from his handler.
25 seconds here. Still has plenty of time.
Okay. Little movement going on there during the lift off. Okay, that's
Lock it.
not gonna go.
Man.
Unfortunately, starting with the lift off, it was a little wacky.
Yeah.
We're still on first.
Yeah, still first attempts here for the
Okay,
second
so you got to retake that.
heat. Yeah.
You got to 100%
I
retake
think
that.
I'd probably stay there if I was him.
Yep.
Just get on the board. We have Devin up next with a 200-kilo opener.
Travis Rogers, his phone's getting ready to fall out of his pocket, it looks like.
Like he's about to lose it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it might stay there, actually. Looks secure to me. All right. Devin up next. What do we got? 440?
Kilos, yeah.
440 pounds.
Yeah, Devin was a hell of a squatter his first, on his squat attempts earlier. Put up some big numbers.
Yeah, it's a monster. There's a little movement going on. Let's see.
We're good. Head
judge got it.
Red. You want that bar to stop on your chest, people. When you're watching the meet, if you're wondering why he's maybe got a red light there. I'm only assuming. I'm not the judge, obviously, but there's a little bit of movement there on his chest. The bar kind of hovered on his chest, touched it, a little bit there. You want to make sure the bar stops completely on your chest before you receive the press command.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing too, is like whenever I say that too, I'm just assuming and just calling it how I see it. But obviously, it's the judges that make the call.
Yeah. Ryan's up next. He's opening at 207 and a half kilos. I mentioned earlier, man, Ryan is a stud. Big boy. Obviously, a lot of power. Let's see how he does in his opener here, 207 and a half kilos.
Solid, Paul.
Solid. That's easy work. A lot of good tank there.
He got a red from the head judge. Not quite sure.
Maybe jump the rack command maybe a little bit. I don't know. But that's what you want a first attempt to look like. I mean, you're on the board now. You can jump as big or as small as you want to. But you're on the board. You felt the weight. Let your central nervous system feel the weight. And you're good to go now.
It's really important to, if you know what it was, fine. But if you did get a red, make sure you're going to your judge, asking them, because you don't want to make the same mistake twice.
Yep.
And they'd be more than happy to tell you why they gave you the red, so that you can be better.
Kyle's back up, 140 kilos for his second attempt. He had a strong first attempt. I think he just maybe jumped the rack command, so should not be a problem jumping to 140. It is extremely sound technically.
Oh yeah.
Christian up next, 147 and a half kilos.
We've got 325? 325 pounds on the bar. 147.5 kg. Stacy Burr is going to give the lift off again. Once again, keep an eye on this lift off. This is what you want. Let's think. So yeah, pay attention to the lifter, because we want to look at his arms. There's no shift.
Yeah.
In his arm when he receives the weight. Stacy Bird knows what she's doing.
Yeah, you guys heard us mention Stacy Bird a few times. She was the spotter there who handed the weight off to Christian in the blue jersey. If you do not know who Stacy Bird is and you're new to the sport of powerlifting, I would ask you to go Google her. She's definitely a legend in the game. And happy to see her here with us this week. Recently,
she's done strongman.
Mm-hmm. The bodybuilding, she's done well in the bodybuilding.
Yeah, she does bodybuilding. She does it all. She's wears many hats. So
We have
Check her out.
Avery up next. He had a pretty big jump, 10 kilos there, from 140.5 to 150 kilos here. He made easy work on the first attempt, so we'll see how the second attempt goes here.
Looking good.
Yeah, real good.
Okay. That's a solid second attempt. He took 10 kg. I
Yep.
would say, maybe 7.5 on the next one. But who knows?
We have Jeremy up next at 165 kilo second attempt, up 5 kilos from his first attempt.
363 pounds. Or freedom units. Is he dancing? Okay. Big man coming up. Okay.
Looking good so far. Nice.
Easy second attempt.
Yep.
Moving right along. Just another day. Danny in the back getting ready. I like his spirit, man. Like I said, he helps out in up in New Jersey. We got a good squad up there. Good, happy. Kind of reminds me of the Smurfs a little bit. You know, everybody's just happy. Good vibes. Good kid. You know what I mean? Like, beautiful bench. You know, his story is awesome too. I'm not sure if too many people know that. But I'm not going to get into the detail, but he did, you know, he had his own set of struggles, you know, just getting in an accident and recovering from those injuries. And you know, we've all had them, but some of them, you know, are tougher to come back from.
Yeah.
You know, and just to be questioning it yourself if you're gonna, you know, I just want to be able to walk again.
Mm-hmm.
And to go from that kind of mindset to be competing on the American
platform,
Pro, at the American Pro, like
Yeah.
the biggest platform in powerlifting, it's just incredible. My boy Jamie, he's back.
177.5 kilos here for Jamie. He missed his first attempt, but I think he just maybe some technical things here. Let's see how the second attempt goes.
Oh yeah, he's
easy.
got this one.
I think he maybe jumped the rack command the first time around.
Okay, something simple. He corrected, you know. Once again, he's a sound lifter. He should. He's going to take a conservative jump. He is a conservative lifter, which is something I like about him. He's not greedy, which has served him well in the past. You know, just sticking to tried and true. No need to bite off more than you can chew. That's how he's, you know, lasted so long and lifted on such a high level consistently. And that is, I think, the name of the game. Just being Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Taking what the defense gives you. A little bit uneven lockout. I think that's what they called him on. He's a little confused because he feels like he got it. He did get it up, but I believe it was uneven lockout. He's going to ask the judge. Can't really tell. He looks like he's heading towards, his body language is heading towards heaving.
Yeah.
He didn't bother. He's not even going to ask. Like,
If he can come back in his third attempt, that's what really matters.
yeah.
We have Khalil up,
Khalil, man, he's got some quads on him.
195 kilos. A lot of charisma on the platform here with Khalil.
Oh, yeah, he's got style, man.
But, you know, I like to see lifters come to the platform with whether the personality, you know,
Yeah.
just have a good time. It's a sport at the end of the day. We're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
respect, dude. Respect and appreciate our differences. You know.
He has on the black Air Force Ones, which lets me know he came here for business. I know.
Is that what that means?
That's what that means.
I thought that meant you were ready to ball, man.
Yeah, that means you came here for business. Trust me. That's what it means.
I feel that.
I like Khalil, man. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
I
job.
could tell, man, and like you know, from what his energy and stuff. I mean, you know, I could tell he's a good dude. He's another one, like you said, got charisma, got style. I like it.
Devin up 270 and 207.5. I don't know why I want to keep 70. 207.5 kilos. That's a lot of weight. 270.
Yeah. What we got? What did it say? 457? No. I can't see. I can't read the thing. It doesn't matter.
456.
Okay. 456. Yeah, it shot back a little early, but he got it back under control and was able to finish the lift.
And that's an indication of a lifter who knows their body. When you get out of the groove, how to just be patient, don't panic. Just pull it back in per se. So good job on his part.
Something that Ashley and I were talking about in the AM session during the commentary there was she was describing how lifters will want to press straight up, but because of their torso position, it shoots them back towards their head too quickly. And you know, she's made a lot of excellent points this morning, so it's always good it's a good feeling to pass on information and knowledge to, you know, the next generation so they can learn, build on it, and hopefully be even better. Very smooth unrack. There you go. We're still in seconds. He's solid. You should feel pretty confident about that. Going into thirds. Or is this, we are on thirds. Man, I'm all over the place. Is your okay. Christian? Got it. So we're at the top of thirds.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yep.
I'm just watching.
Top of thirds for the second flight.
This is an interesting live stream. You know, there's a lot going on here. The crew is dancing and enjoying there's a lot to look at here.
I love the energy though, man.
I
Everyone's having a great time.
The colors. It's a colorful vibe.
And I hate the fact that the live stream, you guys can't really see the entire production. Like, there's other monitors on the side that we can see. Like, there's at least,
the base.
Four television screens, huge screen on top of that. Amazing DJ, great music. This is just an amazing performance, man. Or shall I say production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the hearing the music in here. It's just the bass is like flowing through your body. If any day you're going to hit a PR, it's going to be today.
Christian up 150 kilos, his third attempt. He's had a good day on bench. He's struggled a little bit on squat, but he's redeeming himself on bench today.
Yep, and he's going to get another solid lift off here from Stacy. Okay, this one was a little different. Yeah, I think it threw him off. You know, like that liftoff was different and it felt rushed. Not that the liftoff is to blame, but it's something that I did notice.
Yeah.
You know, it's at the end of the day, it's your job to lift it. You know, and you got to lift with the circumstances that are given to you, and sometimes you may get a crappy lift off, or you may get a bad call, but you know, you can go in there with a plan. I think if you watch football, or you know, I think teams probably normally do script the first drive going into the game, and what's the defense want to do? Disrupt all that. So
here Kyle is his third attempt.
Nice.
Good.
That's a solid third.
Very good third attempt there. I like that for him.
He could do another attempt if he wanted to, you know. I mean, that as far as where his strength the exertion that he put into that lift.
Yeah,
He's got another one.
Yeah, if he had another attempt in him, he could definitely go up a little bit more.
Yep.
We have Avery up next at 155 kilos here. You know, and not to say that every spot and loading team should try to mimic, you know, what these guys should do, David and his crew does, but it does bring a lot of energy as a lifter when everyone's just on that same level. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
I've watched him and his team twice now in person, and both times I've been thoroughly impressed. And
Oh, nice. When was the last one?
I was at a meet down in Fort Walton, Florida.
Okay.
Not Fort Walton, Florida. I'm sorry. Destin,
Okay.
Florida, a few months ago.
That's going to be a good lift. Yep. Oh, yeah, you know, his crew, they travel all over the place, going to the big meets and making sure that the lifters are safe.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, guys, I've spotted and loaded before, and some pretty big lifts, and some of those lifts, they have failed. And, you know, it hurts you.
It could be a dangerous job. Yeah.
Dude, it takes a toll on you. You know, these guys are sacrificing their bodies essentially to keep these lifters safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why it's important as lifters too to choose your attempts wisely, and consider the spotters and loaders as well. Or at least I have them in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to load something I don't think I can lift. Okay, you need to grab that. Yep. They let them go for a little bit.
Let's talk about some of our sponsors. Valley Health here, Vintage Iron, 8-Man, Fight or Quit. Of course, they're in the building. A1 Digital, Zero, again, providing the plates for today's competition. Pioneer, Pep Max Powerlifting. And what's that? Parasi is also in the building for us. So thank all those sponsors for supporting the American Pro this year. Doing a great job for us, and we appreciate you guys.
All right, Danny. Like I said, straight out of New Jersey, Jersey Shore. I was talking to him out front before his competition. He was, you know, super excited just to show out for New Jersey. And he's got his third attempt. Oh, yeah.
Smoke show. Good job.
Oh, yeah. You know, just an exceptional lifter, an exceptional person. You know, it's always a good feeling seeing the good guy win, you know. Or is it? I don't know. Sometimes I want the villain to win.
Oh, yeah, you know, but hey, if a guy's a good guy, he deserves it. You always want to see him come out on top.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of messed up. I think, you ever seen the Avengers and stuff, like those movies?
Oh, yeah.
I was rooting for Thanos. Something wrong with me? No.
I think sometimes it's natural to kind of want to see the villain win. I think we all have a little bit of villain somewhere deep inside of us. But, you know, most of our moral compasses take over. We try to do the right thing.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Jonathan up. Now, Jonathan's trying to stay in the meet here. He needs this to stay in the meet, 187.5 kilos. He's missed the first 2 attempts at this. You know, some might say, well, why do you come into the meet with the first attempt is so high? Sometimes it's just not the day. It's just not there.
Yeah.
You might think it is, but I fully feel like he can get it. I think there's just been a few little technical aspects that I've seen from sitting here that he could probably tweak. But let's see. Can he stay in the meet here? 187.5 kilos. Let's lock it
Oh,
out.
that's a fight.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Just so, you know, he started to go down there, so they grabbed it.
I tell you, one thing I see, and not me trying to be a coach or anything, I guess I'm sideline coaching, but oftentimes I see guys when they bench, as the bar comes down to approach their chest, they'll lift their head up, almost following the bar with their eyes. But when you lift your head up, you actually sink your chest and make the range of motion a little bit further. I think I've seen his head come up just a little bit as he brought the bar to his chest. If you pull your chest up to the bar as you're coming down, it shortens the range of motion. You can punch it out off your chest sometimes, and it helps a bit, but I hate to see that happen, man. We have Jamie up next, 190 kilos here.
Let me point out that Jamie has no wrist straps
I
on,
know, right?
no belt.
Out here raw. I like it.
Yeah, I mean that's that's just raw, man. Like you said, just it's all him. American muscle.
See, James has been competing for a very long time.
No.
You can see that he's
Okay.
so technically sound. He's been competing for a while.
Yeah, and he's gonna take
not enough right there though.
he's gonna take that one hard. The guys that compete at the highest level, they tend to be the hardest critic on themselves. So I really hope he doesn't let that affect him too much. Going into deadlift, because he really is an exceptional lifter. This is your boy, Khalil.
Yep.
Yep, got the braids. Or what are they? They're braids, right?
Well, dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
Yeah, dreads that he's braided up into braids.
Yeah, that's cool. He's cool. He's calm. Oh, he's not going to get this one. That's a good lift, though. He tried. Good fight.
He's got a good showing so far.
Yeah.
He has a pretty strong deadlift according to his open powerlifting numbers. So I think the deadlift is going to be a show for him to put on. So we'll see.
Yeah, and you know what? Bench could tank, but deadlift could pop off, man.
Yeah. Ryan up next. 230 kilos, our last bench of the day.
I always pay attention to how the handlers dress.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always interesting what they decide to wear. Like you got Greeno walking around with a different tracksuit every meet. But you got cowboys walking around and stuff. Like it's pretty cool. But in its essence, though, it's everyone just being themselves, being in their environment, and just a judgment-free zone.
All right, I'm sorry. We skipped over Devin. That was Devin with the 210 kilo attempt, which he got. Now we have Ryan Jordan up with 230 to round us out on bench. Here we go.
Ryan, here we go. 507 pounds. We're going to break that barrier.
Let's see what he has here. Taking his time. Yes, plenty of time. Still 23 seconds left on the clock.
Okay. Easy.
Word.
He didn't even need to put all that thought into it,
There you go, man.
Sometimes we just,
like it.
I like that. Yeah, he smoked that. 507. That's another one. He had another attempt,
Yep. He had
the
one.
tank.
He could have gone some more. So that's gonna wrap up bench for us. We're gonna go into deadlift here in a moment and run down about our sponsors real quick before we take it to commercial. We have Pioneer, all right, Zero supplying the plates for us. We have A1 Digital, Fight or Quits in the building. Saberis, U.S. Marine Corps, 8-Man, Spud Incorporated, Valley Health, Parasis, Vintage Iron, and Pep Max Powerlifting. So it's been a great show so far. We're on the back end now, session 2 of the day, getting ready for deadlifts.
Yeah, setting up the combo now. Or breaking it down.
Yeah.
We got someone fanning that person down, cooling everybody off. I wish she'd come back here and do that. Oh, okay. I think she's working her way back here. It looks like.
Through our struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
Struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
Through our struggles, there are opportunities. Opportunities that can change us and change the world. Born out of risk, strife, persistence, and triumph, our achievements define us as humans. From the bottom, we can rise. Risen, we can dominate. We are strong. We are pioneer.
My brother and I began 8-Man Strong with a simple focus: to encourage strength in this world, to bring back to life the grit found only in generations of the past. And while our brand has evolved since its founding, its core values have remained unchanged. We are here to promote strength, will, determination, and fight in people, to celebrate the strong and inspire those who need it. This is what it means to put on the 8-Man brand. So wherever you find yourself today in your personal journey towards strength, we encourage you to always move forward despite any obstacles you may face, and we hope you will do it wearing 8-Man. Strong has many forms. Find yours at 8manstrong.com.
struggles there.
All right, we're back here getting ready for deadlifts. We're gonna wrap it up, man. It's been a strong first day, morning and afternoon session. I'm expecting some big deadlifts. Everyone who's on the platform this week, looking back at their numbers and some of the historical numbers, they put up some big deadlifts. So don't be surprised if you're pretty impressed. Let's kick it off. Starting things off here. Easy work. Easy work there for Christina. 187.5 kilos. Have Olivia up now with the same weight as the opener pull. A lot of lifters really look forward to deadlifts. I mean, it's a fun lift. It's probably the greatest example of just brute strength, just grip and rip and pull is all you have. Although there's a lot of technical aspects to the lift, it's still, again, just one of the most raw examples of how strong a person is. So a lot of lifters really look forward to the deadlift portion of the class of the day. I'm sorry. Two white lights. Molly's up next. 190 kilos here.
Oh, it's so bright back here. There's Molly with all the energy in the world. Solid sumo. That's a good lift. $257. Dude, the anticipation, just waiting and just like, you know what I mean? Like you're ready to lift, but it's like a horse. It's like a racehorse behind those like things
in the gate. Yep.
And they're just like riled up, ready to go. It's like, dude, just let me lift already.
Well, especially with deadlifts, because it tends to be the highlight for a lot of lifters. The deadlift, they're raring to go, and so it's like, just let me loose on the bar. I just want the bar in my hand. So
Yeah.
207.5 kilos here for what? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. It's fine. Powerlifting will teach you patience for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You cannot powerlift without patience.
Shariah there with a good pull at 207.5 kilos. Bria's up next. Man, she has been very impressive today. Only one miss today, and that was on her bench press. So 210 kilos on her first pull.
Which is massive, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of reds, on the bar right now. Easy weight.
She's a very impressive lifter.
Oh, yeah. She knows what she's doing. Her belt came undone, it looked like. Or did David do that? I don't know what just happened, but her belt was undone. Stay tuned for that one, I guess. But, oh, yeah. Look at this setup, this presentation. The lights in the floor. The little catwalk coming down. It's pretty cool. It's like it's your time to shine, because it is a long journey making it to this point. Some of us, we all started at different points in our lives. Some of us started young, some of us started later in life. But it all brought us to this one point. And right now, it's his time.
Solid pull. Yep.
And that's just how that's how it feels when you're competing on this type. Actually, just on a local meet day, you know how to describe it. Just when you compete, meet day, it feels like your birthday. At least to me. Just because it's just all about you. People are like congratulating you, making you feel good, and like people come out, they watch you and stuff. It's just another reason to get together. It's dope. That's powerlifting teaches you more things than just about weights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Appreciating and
I mean, you gotta think, even all the competitors, they're here today competing against each other. But if a guy's belt was to break, backstage, someone's gonna throw him there and say, "Hey man, use mine." I mean, it's a family. Everyone's just a lot of camaraderie, just a good time. Powerlifting definitely teaches you a lot, and then also take into account how much time it takes to prep for a meet. A lot of these guys and girls, they compete, only a handful of times a year because you have to do so much prep in between. So it's something to look forward to. Once you've done a month and a half or 2 months of prep, definitely something to look forward to. Want to remind everyone we'll be here tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for day 2 of the American Pro 3.
You're doing the PM session tomorrow too?
I think I might be on the PM session tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Another sumo puller. Hook grip. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, yeah.
Tell you, hook grip, man, definitely takes a lot out of the hands. When I was competing years ago, I attempted it for a while. It just takes so long for your hands to get used to the hook grip and the callus up, and because it's definitely painful. But once you learn how to do it, it can be a very effective way to deadlift. If you have a trouble keeping your grip,
you have to sever that nerve essentially, and it takes time and it's painful. But once you get to that point, hook grip is it offers more symmetry in the lift.
Glad to see Michael opted to continue on in the meet, although he bummed out in bench.
Oh yeah, so he gets to continue as a guest lifter.
Yeah.
Okay. Solid. I assume it's going to be a good lift. Oh yeah.
We're pretty fast through this heat, man. I tell you, we're back at the top of the rotation already, with Christina at 197.5 kilos.
Getting down and cleaning the bar in between each lifter. After the weight is secured onto the bar, they let the bar down. They make sure it can spin. Just making sure making sure the lifter has the highest potential to succeed the lift within the rules. That way it's standardized. Like Ashley was really, it's something that she was really wanted to express earlier, that this is what it's all about, is lifting to the standard.
It's an even playing field for everyone.
Yep. And she was basically saying, like, it's not about it being strict. It's just the standard.
They're being fair.
Yeah, exactly.
But you take into account,
That's the nice way to put it, you know?
So, I mean, take into account that the results from today's competition, they're going to go up on a national database, and anyone else in the world that competed anywhere else in the world today or any other day this year or in history, put it that way, these numbers will stand against those numbers. So you want to make sure it's always going to be fair, at the same standard, something that, a lot of integrity, put it that way. You want to make sure there's a lot of integrity in every meet.
Yep. And once you get that lift, no one can take it from you. It's going to go in the record.
In the history books, man. Yep.
Yep. So.
And it's cool for some of these lifters, some of the newer lifters who know lifters from back in the day, who they've admired. It's cool to see your name next to those lifters sometimes. You pull up the open powerlifting numbers and say, hey, man, I'm only so many kilos behind so-and-so. That's That's a great feeling, man.
Solid 197.5 kg.
It's a big pull.
Yeah. Was that 435? We're gonna go with the same weight for Olivia. Large load. You see Molly in the background doing some sort of ritual.
A lot of lifters do have that. A lot of lifters have their, as you call it, ritual. They do before they before they approach the platform every single time. So
Yep.
a lot of people are superstitious.
Yeah, and we all have a little bit in us, you know, to some degree. Us powerlifters definitely do. So I like this. She shows some grit here because it doesn't look like it's going to move for the second or two, but she sticks with it, and it ends up moving great.
You know, and oftentimes, especially with deadlift, to the lifter, it feels like the bar is not moving. You know, but as spectators, we see the bar moving, or maybe it's the slack being pulled out of the bar. So when you first start to pull and you feel like you hit that wall, you have to just keep pulling sometimes just to pull through it.
Yeah. Here's Molly. And the music changes. Why is the music always changes for Molly? National record.
200 kilos here for her. National record on her second attempt. Let's go.
Hook grip.
Pull herself into the bar. I love it.
And it,
Hey.
her hook grip failed this
She
time.
has it. She can come back and get that one.
Oh,
on the third
yeah.
attempt. She can definitely come back
sure.
and get that.
You know, women do tend to have smaller hands. It is a little bit more difficult to deadlift, you know. Excuse me. Get your hand around the bar, you know. Just by having, and there's other, obviously there's men that have smaller hands too, or, shorter fingers or whatever it is. That's going to play into how much you can hold on to. You know, whether or not you can hook grip, or, you know, because if you got some short, stubby fingers, I'm not sure hook grip's going to be too useful to you. You know, if you can't even get it wrapped around. So many factors that go into powerlifting, and you know, every lifter's they're gonna have their preference. Okay. Looks locked out from here. 3 white lights. She's cool with it. Do you have the live stream? I mean, like the comments. All right. I love watching her get ready and lift. You know, she's just a beast. You know, she's gonna attack this. Oh yeah. Easy. Yep. No one knows. Yep, it's a good lift. 2-1. Yep, and she's going to the judge. She's checking, you know, she wants to make sure she understands what she did wrong, what the infraction was. That way she can learn. Like I said earlier, the judges are more than happy to tell you why you got that red, because they want to see you succeed. They want to see you come back and get that. But they will give you that red, without a doubt. They are gentle, but they are also ruthless.
Well, they're also trying to maintain the integrity of the sport.
That's what it is. You know, I dramatize it a little bit. I got to, man. It makes it more fun. But, yeah. He says it nicer than me. Mine was my way of describing it was a little grim, I admit.
But I will tell you, when you're on the platform, that's what you're thinking sometimes.
It does come off as ruthless,
it
man.
feels that way on the platform.
Yeah. But all these judges, they they cannot be judges if they have not competed, unless they do compete. So they do that. They definitely know what it's like to be the lifter. They've been there. Most of them competed, very high levels. But even so, they know what they're looking at. They've looked at thousands of squats, and they're all national level refs. These are the best of the best.
We have Chad Harrison up with a 287.5 kilo attempt here.
Very nice. Did he?
He missed his first attempt, so he's coming back at this.
Did he
second
get?
attempt.
I don't think he got that. No, because you good?
Yeah, I was actually watching the live feed here. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm watching the live feed on my
Oh,
laptop.
okay. Yeah, we got the
watching it
chat
live.
pulled up now. Let's see what people are talking about. How many people we got in here?
We
You know how
have
to look at them?
Mookie coming up next, 292.5 kilos for his second attempt.
Is there a way to look at? I don't want to touch your stuff. To look at how many people are in the chat. No say. Here comes Mook. He's got some fans in the chat. No, it's hard. We don't know how many of you are there. There could be 5 of you. No, there's way more than 5 of you.
Mook, very controlled there.
Mookie has some support coming from the chat. Guys, if you guys are writing stuff, commenting, we're seeing it. Be nice to us, please.
I guess if you have any questions, too, we can also answer questions from the chat. Why not?
Yeah.
We have it pretty much
We
coming
got
through live. There's a little bit of a delay on the chat, but we'll still be able to see what questions you have if we catch it.
Yep.
Moving along pretty quickly here, though. I'll tell you, man, again, his meet's been run very efficiently.
He's getting some back smacks.
All right, Michael.
He's
300 kg for his second attempt.
He's just having some fun here. He did bomb out on bench earlier today. He's continuing to lift as a guest lifter. That's up to the meet director, usually, right? If they will allow that or not. So he's still rocking it. Good on him too for not quitting. And there's even if you bomb down on squat, there's still lessons to be learned. So some lifters they opt for it to continue and see what see what came of the prep. Essentially.
Well, not only that, I mean, just your own personal satisfaction. You put weeks and weeks into prep. You want to see what you have in the tank, man. I mean, why not?
Yeah. But, and there's some lifters that choose not to do that, and they don't want to risk the injury or whatever. It's just up to, whatever your preference is, to be, because everyone looks at powerlifting, I guess, in a different way. And at what point you're at in your life, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have the casual lifter who just does it for fun. You have some people do it professionally. I mean, some people, they make their living off of powerlifting and sponsors and things like that. So it just depends on where you're at. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong how you approach it.
Exactly.
And I think that's also what makes the sport of powerlifting so beautiful, that at any given meet, you'll have, an elite lifter who's one of the top in the world at what they do. Sitting right next to someone who's just a casual lifter who's just having a good time at a meet, and we all get along. It's always a great time.
Right.
At no stage in my career when I was competing did I ever feel like I was uncomfortable or inadequate around other people. Like, it was always a very good family atmosphere.
Right. Absolutely.
So Molly's coming back for this 200-kilo pull. She had it earlier, just slipped out on the grip. I think she'll be fine here. She looks like she's ready, though.
I think she's gonna get that. She got it.
Got the record. There you go.
I love that excitement. She's happy. The judges are happy. He's happy.
I love it, man. That's what the sport is all about right there.
Yep. She's got her song on again.
We have Olivia up with a 205-kilo attempt for her third.
You say that, Kissed by a Rose? That's the equivalent to you
Okay.
as Molly is to Molly.
Okay.
Would you say that?
I would say that.
That's cool. Dude, I used to love that song, man. I used to love Batman.
So my hype song was always In the Air of the Night.
Oh, you said that's
yeah.
right. You said that. Yeah.
That was the
Why
one.
did I think you said I remember you saying Seal.
No, I think you may have mentioned it earlier.
I may have said Seal.
Let's go, Olivia. Finish it out. Good pull.
Yep, she's gonna get that.
205 kilos.
Oh, she's got a red here. What? Okay. I don't know. Was it soft? Yeah. Yeah, but that was a good song. What's the one? See, I don't have hype songs though. The song from Toy Story. You
I don't
got a friend. That's the stuff I would play. I don't listen to like hype songs when I lift either. I'll listen to an audio book, or I'll listen to
So I'll tell you a funny story. Speaking of height,
Calm.
All right, speaking of calm, so Jamal Bronner, of course, one of the best lifters in the world. I used to lift with him a little bit back in the day. We would train occasionally together. But I learned that he likes listening to R&B before he goes on platform.
I relate to that. Like,
And you're talking about somebody who pulls 1,000 pounds consistently on the platform.
Yeah.
You would think would just be out there going crazy. No, he likes it nice and calm.
yeah, and I think it's and I think we talked about it actually because like these guys, man, they got a really tough. I don't know if we did or not, but I'm gonna say it again, even if we did. These guys are big and tough, man. They got soul and emotion, and they feel. So that right there tells me that. Listen to R&B. I love R&B, but at the same time, they're listening to that while they're doing something that's violent.
Yeah.
The
mine works different for different people.
You
man.
see, like, and I was, like I said, man, I was always that type of person too, man. Nice, calm music. I think made it more methodical and gave me like a rhythm to walk to and kind of like help set my heart rate too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Like,
think that's why I always like the In the Air Tonight. It has such a slow build up, and then it's just like
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. That's like you get like a rush over you, man. When it hits them drums, there's a couple songs like that. Celine Dion has a few.
so. Shariah missed 227 and a half, but it's not uncommon to see people miss deadlifts because deadlifts, once you get to that third attempt, people just want to let it all hang out at this point. Just grip and rip and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for some sort of a, meet PR as far as your dots or your total, things like that. Let's see what Bria has here, or Brie here. She's been impressing me all day long, so I expect something big from her here on her third attempt. She has 235 kilos. Nice. Let's catch
Oh, it was moving so
Yeah.
fast too. I think that was just the whip.
Yeah, sometimes you're right. Sometimes you can pull it off the ground too fast, or where the whip will actually kind of pull you back down.
Right. You know, and that's something that with this deadlift bar, you're going to have to be patient. And a lot of lifters that they rip and grip, you know, especially if they a lot of them train on a power bar and show up on meet day on a deadlift bar, and it gets to them. Not that she did that.
I see Ryan looking to finish strong here with a shot of libation at the top of the stair. But yeah, you're right. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong here. I mean, it's just
Right.
hey, it flew off the floor for her.
Yep.
I like Ryan, man. He's been my favorite so far, I think, today.
Yeah, I like his sumo. I like his setup. You know, everything. He's got a way of just making everything symmetrical. Okay. Yeah, you know, he's cool with it.
Got a good time today.
Yeah, he's cool with it. I like that, you know, and kind of, you know, not take it too seriously.
Yeah, he went
you
5 for 9 today, so you know.
I went 3 for 9 my last meet.
It happens, man.
Yeah, and that was I consider it my worst meet. However, how dare I? Because like the numbers that I was hitting, there's people that would only wish to hit.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, we take it seriously, but there comes an appreciation with it as well.
You have Chad here, 287.5 kilos.
David getting everything right. He's a bit of a general. Commander, in a way. Getting it right for the lifter. Look at us. I mean, look, everybody wants him to succeed. He looks calm. He's going to make sure everything is right. Make sure the grip is right. That's important. Slack is pulled. Oh, my goodness.
Flew off
Is
the
he
floor.
going to get that? Oh, no. Wait. It's a no lift. He didn't.
We'll miss it down for me.
Again, though. The whip got him.
Mhm.
He wasn't able to hold still with it. You know. Shrugs it off, though, you know. He'll think about it, and he'll make the adjustments, and he'll get back to work. Look at Miguel. Yeah, get out here, Miguel. Miguel's our guest lifter for the day. Transitioned guest
He
lifter.
still finished strong here.
He did. I like him. I think he's done some meets in New Jersey. If I may be wrong, but he very familiar. Very strong, very muscular build. Okay. He's a good sport about it. You're good. Securing the weight, making sure everything's back on there, nice and tight. I think we're gonna stay at the same weight. I'm on here alone now, so story of my life. All right, we got Mook back in here. I know that he's got a lot of support in the group, or excuse me, on the live stream in the comment section. He's been killing it all day. Is he going to go 9 for 9 here? Let's see. He's going to get it. If he can hold on to this, he got it. Mook just went 9 for 9. That's all you missed.
Yeah, he put on a clinic today, man. Mookie did.
Yeah. Mr. Boy's last deadlift, man. But it was a good one. It was a grinder, which I like. I like a good grinder on the third attempt. It wasn't too bad, but he earned it. Avery Jackson, like I said, how can you not root for this guy? No doubt. Just no doubt, man.
Yeah.
He just walks up and does it. Like, that's what you want. Like,
Strong opener.
yeah, like, and I hope he keeps that energy as he goes to a second and third, because I'm telling you, man, like, if you have any doubt, the bar is going to show it. So, I think whether or not you got that lift or not, it was determined well before you walked up to that bar. So having any doubt, any hesitation, it's a waste of time. It's only holding you back. So I mean, be intentional as you approach the bar. I'm not saying be wild and crazy with it, but do not hesitate. Watch Jamie. He's another methodical person, but he's going to set up, make sure everything's right, and he's going to pull it. Yeah, so, like, he's not going to get that one, I don't think. The whip got him at the top.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I would still go up. I wouldn't even consider that because it was just so easy.
And like I said a moment ago, a lot of people look for the deadlift so much, they just forget to be patient. They just go a little too fast. And you're right, with the deadlift bar, it has a lot more whip to it sometimes, so you have to learn how to really pull on a deadlift bar without letting it work against you.
And they're still warming up. We're only on the openers. Like, we like to think of the opener. It's weird how we kind of what it symbolizes, like a third attempt.
You're still kind of warming up at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
And so what people who aren't really familiar with the sport might not know is, so what's going on backstage between every change of lift.
Good Lord.
Going from bench to deadlift. These guys are back there warming up. I mean, they're putting in a workout before they come out here. So by the time they come to the first attempt, they're ready, for their first attempt. They're not just back there sitting around waiting to pull, 500, 600 pounds, whatever. So they're going through, a regimen to get ready for their first pull.
Yep. And one of the biggest differences between lifting at a meet and lifting in the gym is that you're lifting on someone else's cadence, on someone else's time. So a lot of times when, I don't know if you've ever competed in wraps, but it really doesn't matter. Whatever your gear is that you compete in, if your stuff isn't ready and you're running out of time, that puts a lot of pressure on you. And, like, is that a good lift? I think so.
Yeah, 2 whites.
But where in the gym, you can, you're taking your time, wrapping your wrist, and do it. You can do it at your pace. That's a huge home field advantage. It's a huge advantage.
And what I've known some lifters do, like some of the premier lifters that we consider out there, some of the elite lifters, we talk to them, personally, or when you see them talk about some of their stuff online, they'll talk about how they're forcing themselves to, when they're training, to live with a certain amount of time in between breaks without taking too much time for that reason.
Right. Where if they anticipate a shorter period, then probably what would actually be happen, they'd be in great shape.
Yep.
Here with Danny, he's going to get this. Danny's a technical lifter. He's going to, if he doesn't get a lift, it's going to be because he's not strong enough.
It's going to be technique.
Yep. Well, I guess I can't say that either. I mean, because I probably, if he misses a lift, I'm not gonna say you're just not strong enough. We never say that to ourselves though, right? We always say, oh, but my belt was, you know what I mean? My belt was too high, or my belt was too low, or I didn't have my wrist straps on. It's always something that we come up with. It's never just simply we're just not strong enough.
Yeah.
You know, we'll never admit it. Okay, so we're back. We're still on first. Are these? We got the Oregon Ducks socks. Easy deadlift, switch grip, or mixed grip. I'm the same way. A lot of sumo guys they're gonna do hook grip, but you know, to each their own. Like I said, I feel the same way. Yeah, we are moving right along. Yeah, he commented on the socks too. And so, I mean, it's something I always notice. I mean, I like the way the lifters express themselves on the platform, what they decide to wear, because that's what they're doing. They're putting their interior on their exterior, and showing you who they are. Um, I guess that sounds a little judgmental, but that's not the way I mean it.
They're expressing themselves. I mean,
They are.
and that's the great thing about the sport. You can just do cool things like that. Even like talking about Molly earlier, you know, with her, with the hair or whatever it is. I love to see it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more fun, more entertaining.
Honestly, they have their own character. Everyone is an individual.
Devin opening at 315 kilos here. A lot of reds on the bar.
Easy. But no hesitation. That's the key, man. You know, just don't think about it.
You know, they say if you think long, you think wrong. You see Khalil at the top of the stairs, ready to go.
He's got a jacket on, staying warm. You know, you got.
I think he's been looking forward to deadlifts today. He's opening at 365 kilos, so.
He does look ready, you know.
Yeah, he's opening at 803, so. I mean,
Good Lord.
Yeah, so let's see.
Good Lord. I mean, look at the quads on him, man. He's a big guy. He knows it too.
Oh yeah.
He knows. He's like, yeah, I'm a deadlifter. You know, he's in his world now. Oh yeah, easy.
Easy work.
He likes that. Yeah, 3 white lights. What's you keep an eye on him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's he
No,
going?
I've never saw him before. This is my
No?
first time hearing
Okay.
of him. So I'm impressed, man.
Yeah. What you think? What do you think he's going to take? That was 804.
804. It's hard to say. I mean, it moved good and moved fast. He was patient. So it's hard to tell if he had any struggle there, if it was just him being patient.
He ripped it a little. He did rip it. I don't know if he normally pulls like that. I'm interested to see how the second looks. I'd put him around like a 820, 825-ish.
I mean, he's jumping to 847 pounds.
He went to 847.
Yeah, so
See, look, man.
Jumping 20 kilos.
Like,
so.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't take my assumptions to heart at all because I've never seen him lift.
Yeah.
And he, you know, how dare I doubt him, you know? So I can't wait to see a second attempt. Jamie. What's going on, Jamie? Are we having a runoff here? Jamie Velasquez. Taking some ammonia, excuse me. He is going to take his time setting up. He is a methodical lifter, like I said. He knows himself. He has been doing this for a while. He's going to make sure everything's right. And once he decides to pull, it's going to be fast.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yep. So that's Jamie. He's going to make. Are we? I know I keep asking. We're on seconds now.
Seconds now. So, I
So,
mean, obviously, he missed his first one.
What did
He was just more patient that
did he
time.
retake it?
Yeah, he took the same
Okay, so he's. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a nice hefty jump on his
Oh, yeah,
on his
most
third,
definitely, most
on his
definitely.
third, to try and recuperate some of that of what he's lost. But maybe not. I've seen guys, man, take 100-pound, 75-pound jumps on deadlift. Pretty crazy, but it's been done.
Well, you know you have it in you. You know you don't feel any hesitation to do it.
That's it, and that's all that matters. When you know you got it, that's all that matters. Different stroke for different folk.
Mm-hmm.
DJ is killing it today.
I tell you, man, the production's been awesome, man. I love everything about it today.
I can feel the bass from back here. Okay. Oh, he's looking at his hand. He's shaking his head.
A little tear in the palm, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little frustration there. Now you have to check in with the judge. But if it's bleeding or just if it's open, they may ask you to wrap it up or allow you to wrap it up. Just it's circumstance based. It's just case by case whether or not you'd be allowed to do that. Here we go. He's got a big back. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have a big deadlift.
310 kilos here.
Yep, I like his deadlift setup. Once again, just making sure he's got it right, Yes. He knows what feels right, and he's not going to pull it until it feels right. A lot of people you're going to see in the gym, they're going to start pulling before it feels right.
Yeah.
And it does take time to find that groove, that place, that positioning that you need to be in. But once you find it, whether or not when you grab that bar, whether or not you got it or not.
Oh yeah. When it starts to move off the floor, you know whether it's gonna go or not.
Yeah. I can just tell by my positioning, the way it's feeling in my hands and in my feet. Sometimes before I even pull it, I'll just let go, walk back, and redo it because something ain't right.
At the same time, as a lifter too, you also have to be able to adjust mid-lift sometimes. So, once it leaves the floor, you can't set it back down in competition. So sometimes you have to find a way to, readjust.
Yeah. I think what's going on?
I don't know why he missed that one.
It was no lift?
They had 2 reds on that one.
Oh man. Stacy Burr giving him some inspirational whispers. Mm-hmm. Um, I can't remember if we were doing a. Is there a runoff or something? I thought maybe there was one in this flight.
Christian's
Maybe not.
definitely dialed in here, man. His 320 pull, 320 kilos here.
Yep.
And he's obviously locked in.
Really torquing those feet in, making sure he's planted, gripping into the carpet. That's another thing you're not going to see at a commercial gym is the deadlift platform with carpet.
Yeah.
Record. Very good. He's going to get a gear check. But yeah, like I said, most commercial gyms, you're not going to find a platform that has the carpet on it that helps with your feet slipping and not just on the deadlift, but all three lifts, bench press. Some gym floors are kind of slippery, and I would deem dangerous.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna take the sport serious, you definitely need to try to find a powerlifting gym somewhere in your area for you to attempt, for you to go train at, so you can have the proper bars, like you said, proper platforms, and the safety equipment. I mean,
Yeah,
they don't always have that at commercial gyms.
exactly.
Kyle's been fun to watch today as well. He's very technically sound. Definitely came here with a plan, like he's executing like he wants to.
Yeah.
Nice.
So is he the singlet would suggest that he's from IPF?
I'm not sure. Could be.
Yep, they're gonna clean the bar. Out of respect for the next lifter, everyone gets the same treatment.
335 for Devin, 335 kilos.
Everyone's going to start with a clean bar, a tightly secured bar. The weight will be secured properly. The same way for each lifter. And there's many eyes on this. That like we talked about earlier this morning with Ashley, like there's checks and balances. It's everyone's safety is everyone's duty on the platform, regardless of your job, referee, spotter, loader. They're keeping an eye out for things, making sure the bar is loaded properly, and just looking out for each other and the lifter. I like that. His grip gave out. Unfortunately, that's going to be a no lift.
Yeah. He has one more attempt at it though.
Yeah. Smoke show though. A lot of strength there.
We have Khalil coming up next at this 385 kilo attempt. This should be quite interesting to see. I think he has it. I mean, I don't think he would call for it on the bar if he didn't feel like he had it. He's been a very
No, and yeah, I mean, I undershot him a little earlier. But he knows himself. You can tell that he's very confident in the deadlift, and he knows what he's got.
I was going to say he's been a very calculated lifter today. So 847 pounds on the bar. I'm pretty sure he knows what he has in him.
I'm excited to see this. He's very fun to watch. He's just very proud. I like it. He should be.
Like the confidence.
Exactly. Man should be confident. Woman too. He's got it. He's got his way of setting up. You know, everyone has their way. This is his.
He has it.
Easy. Easy.
Man, let's see what this third attempt's gonna be.
I'm not even going to try to guess because we're just going to see. Because at that moved better than his opener.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, there's some lifters, the heavier they get, the better they lift. I wish I was that kind of lifter.
Well, a lot of people don't take into account how the central nervous system plays into it. His first pull probably didn't move as fast as the second pull, but once he gets dialed in, his body gets acclimated to the weight.
Mm-hmm.
The third pull should be interesting. He has 402.5 for his last attempt, so that's
480,
481.
481, I think. What was it?
885 is gonna be the next his last.
885.
attempt.
Okay.
885, yep.
Okay. Dang. You know, that's a lot of weight. Good on him. You know, that's pretty massive.
Getting ready for third attempts here, man. So it should be. Let's see. So
This is still day one.
yeah, day 2 is gonna be crazy.
Day
man.
2, that's you know, not that these guys today are very impressive and lift at a very high caliber,
Mhm.
and they are pros. Tomorrow you're gonna see the second, or I guess heavy hitters of the bunch, and I'm splitting hairs here because all of these lifters are very skilled, and you can see it.
292.5 kilos here.
Okay, he can fight, man, but he knows when to stop.
Yeah.
You know, I like that. You know, there's going to be other meets. And that's what I always told myself is like when I had to talk myself down from being a little too ambitious or a little bit too stubborn is
You have to know when to call it.
yeah, there's always another meet. You know, there's going to be an American Pro 4, you know. So my boy Jamie coming down the, I don't know what you would call that, the alley. Drying his feet off is crucial. It could be drying or just simply getting the baby powder that they put on their legs, getting that off, because that is also going to lessen the friction.
He's been a lot of fun to watch just because you can tell he knows how to lift the right way.
Yep. He just makes his mind up, and he does it, and he holds on to it. He's going to leave no doubt.
Oh,
You know,
man.
okay, you know.
Not really sure what they saw there. But
It's
again,
okay.
it's hard for us to tell because we have
Yeah.
a front view, so we don't know what the side judges are seeing.
But I know that Local and Jamie, you know, like I said, these guys take it. They put a lot of effort into it, and when you feel like you've done all you could and it still wasn't enough, not that it wasn't, it doesn't feel the greatest. And I know the last American Pro I did, or that last year I did the American Pro, and I didn't have a great meet, and I beat myself up about it. And I don't. That's something I really like to preach is that I hope guys don't do that, because looking back, man, I did have fun, and my people came out and supported me.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So there's always another meet. You want to make sure you leave the meet healthy and in one piece and be ready to compete again. Let's see what Christian does here. He broke a big record earlier, so now he's going to 325. He jumped 5 kilos. So
716 pounds. Okay, how much does he weigh? Because is he 97?
may have a little downward motion, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, a little
Pretty
downward
rad.
motion.
That's still an incredible amount of, dude. That is a lot of weight. Um, 67.5 kg. Okay, he weighs 156 pounds.
That's crazy.
Deadlifting 716.
Yeah, that's
No, it
impressive.
wasn't successful, but he pulled it.
Good,
I
yeah.
mean,
That was definitely
good
impressive.
Lord, man.
The sport is just advancing so much. I mean, guys are just getting so much stronger. It's so impressive to watch some things guys are doing now as was compared to 5, 10, 15 years ago. If you even compare numbers today to numbers 5 years ago, you'll see a dramatic jump in what guys are able to do.
Okay, I know I've seen this guy lift today, right? But I just noticed this guy's. I made a comment about his back earlier. He's huge from the front
Oh, yeah,
too.
he's yoked.
Yeah.
This guy is a grown man, as my grandmother would say.
Yeah. Yeah. 716 pounds. He's gonna make it look easy. He's got it locked out. He's got the down command.
Yep.
Three wide lights. Yep. That's a lot of weight. We got my boy Danny, 738 pounds. Look at the passion.
Let's go,
You
bud.
know, I really do admire that.
If you're gonna let it go, you gotta let it go now.
Yeah.
It's the last lift of the day.
Yeah. You can't, and this is, in this moment, you can't care about how you look, anything you got going on in your life, that's, weighing you down, whatever, it doesn't matter in this particular moment. All that matters is him and this weight. It's therapeutic.
I've enjoyed watching him compete today. I mean, he's been 8 for 8 so far. Could we make it 9 for 9?
And that, hey, let the fight another day.
If you're gonna fail, this is the time to fail one.
Yep. The point is that he came in, he gave it his all. There will be another meet, right? So.
And if you look at the greats from powerlifting, it's not always how much guys lift. Guys tend to be remembered by how long they last in the sport, their longevity. That's what guys tend to be measured on, whether you realize it or not. You have some guys who pop up every now and then, put up some crazy numbers for a couple of years, they just vanish, and they're always forgotten about. But the ones who stick around are the ones who you never forget.
That's an excellent point, because that's true. Lightning in a bottle, right? And powerlifting is no exception.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
I think he was having some skin
some
on his hand.
Yeah,
Issues earlier. So it makes sense.
We have Khalil ready to finish it out, man. This 884, I think it was. He's putting on the bar.
This poor girl, she's probably cleaned this bar about 137 times a day.
885 for Khalil to round things out for the day. This place is gonna go crazy if he gets his number, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. We're at, where we at? 758. Something like that.
Oh no, this is Kyle up next. Okay, I'm sorry.
Kyle,
I skipped Kyle.
then
I'm sorry,
Khalil.
Kyle.
A B in the back. He's got I would assume some kind of monster. The white monster. Who's his
He's waiting for
Kyle?
he's there. He's waiting for
The
the platform.
USA.
Yeah, he's waiting for
Yeah.
the platform. He's very patient.
Getting the bar right. It's something. It must be a record, because is it a record? Because they're putting the small. Or am I missing something? Never mind. Never mind me. I thought they were putting the incremental plates on there. This is what I love about powerlifting, though. Everybody's smiling. Yes, they're working, they're sweating, and they're tired, but they're smiling and they're happy, and it's really just a good vibe. Yeah, we can feel the bass back here. Okay, it is a world
We have
record.
a world record here. For
Okay.
power. Okay.
It didn't say it on the screen. It typically does in red underneath all that, somewhere in the middle of all that other stuff.
Considering how his last pull moved, I think he has this. Let's see.
He doesn't even. That's what it is, man. You don't hesitate.
There you go. Great pull.
He
World
all-time world record. No hesitation. He walked up to the bar. He attacked it. He wasn't taking no for an answer.
I love it.
You know, that's how it's done.
I love to see that, man.
That's how it's done. Okay, now we got Khalil. He's got 402.5 kg, 887 pounds. We sorted out earlier.
885.
It says up there 887.
887? Okay. You're right. It is 887.
Yeah. But no, that's good. I mean, so about a 40-pound jump, but it's the same jump that he took on from his first to his second.
He's only had one miss today. That was on his last attempt on bench. So
Okay.
let's see how he looks here.
And he's got that demeanor, you know. It's very predator-like.
He's ready for it. Let's go. I'm pulling
He's
for him.
attacking.
Man. I want to see this. This place is going to go nuts if he gets
Yes. Wow.
Wow. Lock it out. Can he lock it out?
I think he's. Ooh. Now.
I think he might have it. He got it.
Wow. He did it in style,
I
too.
love it.
He did it in style. And you know what? Every single attempt got better. That's interesting. He's an interesting deadlifter. He's still got a lot of potential. You know, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to pull 1,000 pounds one day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so best of luck to him. What are we doing now? Is this it?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up, man. It was a good meet. So this is the first day of the American Pro 3. Be sure to see us here tomorrow, starting out at 10 a.m. for the first session, and then again at 3 p.m. for the second session. We want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors again. Pioneer. All right. Zero for the plates they've donated for today's meet. A1 Digital. Fight or Quit. Cerberus. U.S. Marine Corps. 8-Man. Spud Incorporated. Valley Health. Parasi. Vintage Iron. And Pep Max Powerlifting. All right, so our sponsors for the day, really appreciate it. Look, man, today was a great day for the first day, drug-lifted lifters. I was impressed with a few people. Obviously, Khalil. Bree did a great job today. Kyle broke a freaking world record there at the end. I think Molly had a world record or a record somewhere early today. So, great day. First day of the American Pro 3. This meet, I think, is becoming, if it's not already, the premier meet in the country every year. This is where all the big boys and big girls want to be at the end of the year at the American Pro. So I'm happy to be here this year. It's my first time actually being able to be in person. It's everything that's ever been told to me it was going to be. It's lived up to the hype for me. Great production. So.
Yeah, super fun. I mean, just seeing the energy in the room and seeing everybody connecting and just kind of I guess putting in to something greater than themselves, and just being a part of it, whether it be on the lifter side or the ref side or just general staff. Everybody plays their part, and it is nice to see how it all kind of looked and play, just fits together. It's a beautiful thing, and powerlifting is more than just lifting. I think you said it earlier too. It's all about the community.
Yeah. One more thing too. Anna and Micah, thank them for putting on an amazing meet. I mean, to be a meet director is not the easiest thing in the world to do if anyone's ever done it. So to run a meet this big, so efficiently, we ran through on time, great. It's just been an amazing production. So I want to thank them too. Also thank them for having me to commentate. I'm pretty sure you probably feel the same way. I was definitely honored to be chosen to be able to be a part of this meet today. So we're bringing out the medals now. Everyone will get their medals. I'm sure we'll be choosing best lifter and everything that you normally choose from a meet. And again, if you're tuning in again, I want to remind you, A1 Digital on YouTube tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time starts the second day. The first session, then the second session will be 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon as well.
Yep, I do believe that Ashley and I will be on the live stream first thing.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. It's been kind of okay. I mean, that's it, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Anything you want to say?
No, just make sure you're back here tomorrow. If you're curious to know who's on the roster, go to the American Pros Instagram page. You can pull the website up there to show you the roster tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of big names that you're going to recognize that you do not want to miss tomorrow. So I know I'm looking forward to tomorrow myself.
Absolutely. 10 a.m. Tune in.
All right, guys.
Take care. Have a good night.